What's up? What's up? What's up, Shapeshifter? Good to see you, buddy. All right, year 2, summer 5. Not bad. Making it happen. Oh, dang, we're logging into a chicken birth. Wait, we already did this. Did I load up the wrong save file? Hold on. Because I don't remember who I named it after. It was Pastel. Yeah, we can do it again. It was Pastel Gongju. Okay. All right, we don't have to restart. Pastel, the very non-pastel chicken. Silky, mind you. What's up, Trips? Good to see you. Yeah, pet show. We woke up to pet show day. All right. We're getting our pet show on, dude. I think we missed the pet show last year. I don't remember much about it. Or I just got a pet and I didn't feel the need to go or something like that. Hope you little cuties are ready for the pet show. You bunch of punks. Let's go see who's the most well-trained of all my pet-a-doos. Looks like we're taking Jules, my husky Jules. Looks like my husky Jules is gonna be locking in here. The shy husker. There. I want to go back and play Origami King again. I haven't played Origami King since release. Do 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 do. Listening while packing for my trip. Where you going, dude? Enjoy your lurk. What's up, Oodle Doodle? There you go. Baby Nug says hi to her internet aunties and uncles. We're off to the doctor. Yo, good. Hope you have a good, safe trip. Hope you have a safe trip to the doctor. Going to the OR coast. Nice. Did you beat the main story? I did. That's right. And now we are in what would be considered post-game. Where is my new Silky chicken at? Where's this baby Silky at? I can't find this baby Silky. They're probably hidden behind one of these freaking cows or something. What, did the Silky just fully grow right away? Are they lost? Yeah, I thought I just got a new baby chicken. Where'd they go? Pastel. They're just so small I can't find them. Are they like lost in the grass? Yeah, right, Oregon. Da-na-na-na-na. Love the cows in this game. They're so round. They really are so rotund, dude. Oh, nice. Looks like we got a basement of rice. How nice. A basement of rice. Beautiful. Anything from Sega? And yeah, they announced a new Yakuza. Ended up just being another Yakuza, which I almost say that like disappointingly, but for Yakuza fans, they're probably super happy. So I don't want to come off too rude, you know. But for me, freaking itchy ear, man. What the heck? For me, not quite the most exciting announcement. I could plant trees in the basement, correct? I don't know if there's anything else from Sega, but that was the main thing I heard. Yakuza. New PC arriving today. Nice. Yeah, I think they talked about Star Force again, which, like, we already knew about it, but... Yeah. Yakuza was the game that was predicted, but because Sega recently came out and announced that 5 of their old titles were going to get resurrected, we were just hoping that maybe they would, like, shadow drop something special on us, you know? Nice. New PCs are always super exciting. Hope you enjoy. Alright, a little bit late on the watering front today. But the basement caught me off guard. I wasn't ready for a harvest. Alright, nice. So no Sonic 06 remake. Yep. Nothing like that. Unfortunate. Tomato, eggplant, red bell pepper, fertilization. Didn't a fan remake of 06? Yeah, there is a fan remake of that game, I'm pretty sure. Yo, good morning, Nat. Hey, how you doing, dude? Game addicting? Sure. I definitely haven't been able to put it down. That's for sure. Definitely a little addicting. Maybe just a smidgen. Of addictingness. I just like the word smidgen. Alright, we need to go make some herb salads. Or some sushi. We have some fish. We can make some sushi. Yeah, this game doesn't have an ending like Stardew Valley. Now, I mean, it has a soft ending. Credits will roll. But you can keep playing, just like Stardew Valley. Alright, let me get these small fishies. I think we can make some sashimi or something with, I don't... Yeah. Or I can make fish cakes. How do you make sushi? You need vinegar and rice. Let's see.
Nice.
Finally added a second plot to your farm. I'm almost done with summer year 1, been taking it slow and steady. The best way to take this game, for sure.
Nice.
Nice. You got a Stardew concert coming up, Minty?
Nice.
Yo, what's up, Bookie Proud Mama? Yo, welcome to the show. Hearty welcomes in the chat. Welcome in, Bookie. Why can't I use these other two fish here? The heck? What's wrong with these other two fish? Why can't those be used to make this? Oh, wow. It's not just small fish. It's like a specific fish. Wow, this game is so intricate. You don't just make sashimi with any fish. You have to like... It's only specific fish. Like, what the heck? This game always has like such interesting like systems, dude. What the heck, man? I got a Star Drop Saloon sweatshirt I'll be rocking. Nice. Cat. That's a good name for a cat, actually. Smidge. Then what do I do with all this dying fish here? What the heck, man? Let me see if there's anything I can cook with these other fish. It'll have a little number 1 if I have something in my inventory that I can use. Maybe I can make like fish cakes. It's like really close to real life though, because like not every fish is necessarily like edible all like that. Some fish require, oh, here we go. Simmered fish. Some fish really do require certain styles of cooking. Like it's just super interesting how this game like really steps up and just does things so differently, dude. I love it. Here we go. I found something. Tomatoes and oil. Do I have tomatoes and oil? I do not have tomatoes, unfortunately. The bouillabaisse. The bouillabaisse was almost my savior. Yeah, like I was watching Iron Chef and there was like a fish with like these tiny bones and they had to use like a special technique to break the bones up, or like you couldn't even like cook it normally. And I was just like, wow, like this game tries to like lean into that. Dang, I don't have any red bell peppers, or I could make some palea. I said palea. Yeah, gonna make some palea. Develop a video game and then eat it. Yeah, I guess we just throw these fish away. I could go sell it, right? Can I sell these fish to Miguel? Yeah, let's go do that. Yeah, we can go sell these dying fish to Miguel, I suppose. See if there's anything we can cook with the medium fish. Oh yeah, I could just donate them to Finley. Yeah, why would we not do that? Of course. Yeah, good call out. I didn't even think about it. We'll just donate them all to Finley and just be done with it. Yeah, we'll just donate them and be done with it. We could sell this one for 2,000 bucks because it's a guardian fish. That would be kind of sick. I wonder if there's any food recipes for just guardian fish. There's probably something. We just don't have it yet, maybe. All right, I don't even know if Finley's going to be around yet. Yeah, he is. There's no recipe for guardian fish. Oh, well. Looks like we're selling it. Looks like we're selling it. What's up, Pixie Rose? Oh, the pet show's starting. We have to get there by 4 p.m. All right, our pickled radishes are faring well. Are we doing any other pickling? Am I out of wheat? I have 27 wheat left. We could process some wheat while we're here. All right, hope it doesn't take too long. Not bad. So then tomorrow we can get the yellow stone back. Because I think I wanted to use the yellow stone over at the yellow windmill. I think that's what I was trying to do. You know, it's always hard to remember when you come back to the game after the next day. But I think that was our plan. I always forget about that redeem. Yeah, it's a wild one. do 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 do. Oh, everyone's at the festival. Okay, we can go find them over there. Me and my fiance bought the DLC yesterday, inspired by you. My chicken costume got you over, Soul. Pretty silly, man. Pretty silly chicky costume. You know what? Which sound would be sick for a redeem? A door knock? No, I don't want to do anything like that. That kind of stuff just spikes people's anxiety, you know? I'm not that kind of creator. It is funny, though. I do agree with you. Like, that kind of stuff can be super fun and trolly. But you'll notice here on my channel, I don't do a lot of that kind of stuff because I just care too much about my audio profile as a creator. So, like, door knocks, jump scares, that kind of stuff. That kind of stuff I don't lean into. That woo redemption is the closest thing that you'll ever get to something like that. Yeah. And even the woo redemption, sometimes I think about turning it down more. Yeah. How long did it take you to grow your beard? My beard is 6 years old this September, right now. My beard's birthday is technically in September. I've been growing it out since 2019. Yeah, my beard's 6 years old right now. Yeah. So my goal is 7-year dungeon beard. Once I get to 7 years, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Probably just keep growing it out. But I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen once I get to 7 years. But that was my goal. I set out for a 7-year dungeon beard. My cat's birthday's also in September. Nice. Yeah, but I agree with you though, Rio. That kind of stuff can be super fun for sure. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that kind of content. But I've watched some content creators where they have some fun toys to play with, and it can be a lot of fun to just mess around with sound redemptions and troll everybody. Like Rosie Poo used to have a farting one, and you could just go into her stream and press a button and just let one rip. And that was always so good for a laugh, dude. Just show up and just let one rip, dude. Like, that kind of stuff can be a lot of fun for sure. Yeah. I run a little bit of a different style ship here, but you know, I do have some more sound commands and stuff coming, by the way. I was a little uninspired for a while. I have some ideas from literally 6 months ago that I never fully implemented. So that's one of my goals as I come back in October. And I've honestly been saying it for 6 months, and it just was something I was feeling super uninspired about. But I do have some I do have some fun plans. So what's going to end up happening, since I've been pushing it off so much, is all of the little ideas I've had are just going to enter all at once. Does that make sense? So instead of you getting like 1 or 2 6 months ago, and then 1 or 2 4 months ago, and then 1 or 2 3 months ago, I'm just going to end up doing them all at once. And you're probably just going to end up getting like 5, 10 new sounds to play with for channel points. And then we'll have some new alerts for supporters, and we'll just have some fun. So I'm kind of at this point calling it like an overhaul, because I have so many ideas that I've been like holding back on. So I'm like kind of like almost like overhaul vibes, because I want to add a bunch of stuff. So do. But overhaul implies that I'll be taking stuff away, which is probably not going to happen. We'll just build on top of everything.
Yep.
Oh, lovely.
Isn't that sweet?
Greetings.
Bow wow.
How are you today?
Doing well.
Okay. All right, we got to find the sprites. Don't they hide around here? There's Feeling Dandelion. Yeah, don't they like hide all around here? There's Finley. Found him.
Going with the flow?
You know it, my dude. You know it. A reverb fart. What's up, Mads World? Hey. Wee. My favorite little stoner. All right, I want to find the bug gal as well. I also want to take this honey and drop it off. I think the bug gal's just on her normal roof. What? Stop falling off, dude.
What's the buzz?
What's the buzz? Whoa! Nope, she's not over here. Alright, well, we have to start this competition soon. Not sure where Bug Girl is. She hidden back here somewhere? Oh, wow. Cool, Cozy. Great. Yeah, dude, I don't actually know where the Bug Girl is at all. Where's she at? What the heck, man? Alright, let's do this.
Woof. Woof.
Alright. Yeah, we've never won a competition yet. Alright, Jules, you're up.
Positively.
Nice. We missed this event last year. So we get to see what this is about. Like, this is a new event to us.
Welcome, everyone. Today is the day of our pet show. First and foremost, allow me to introduce our competitors. Entrant number 1. Entrant
We don't care
number
about the
2.
humans. We want to know what the pets...
Entrant number 3.
I don't care about Burly
And our
Thomas.
final entrant.
I want to see the pets.
That,
What?
I will turn it over to our judge for this competition. Woofio, if you would be so kind.
How you doing, everyone? We've come to see how the bond between you and your little furry friends shakes out.
Yes, let's move right along to the judging.
Oh yeah, there's a mini game for this. Maybe we did play this. I don't know. I remember seeing this. Maybe we did play it.
Oh, wolf!
Maybe we just failed or something. What in the Nintendogs is happening?
Wow! Yep. My tail is a wagon. Oh, wolf!
Such a good doggy. Yeah.
Woof!
Hope you're well today, Mrs. Pirate. Good to see you.
Woof! Bow wow!
All right, got him. Bow. Wow. Nice. Got a day off. What are you doing on your day off? Good
job.
Good job.
Thank you for waiting. Our highly qualified judge here has finalized the results.
Gonna swim for a little? Ooh, jealous. I miss swimming.
Yes! Thank you all for your potions. The winners for this pet show are... In third place...
Got him.
In second place...
Got him.
And our number one top dog is... You! Congratulations!
Thanks. Thanks, creepy dog suit man.
I say it's about time to fetch the...
Thanks, creeper dog suit man. You're the best.
Congratulations on a resounding victory! Here is your
Here's your grand prize, a year's supply of pet food.
Watching you and your loyal companion nearly brings a tear to the eye. Your friendship is truly something special.
Okay, calm down, buddy. Creepy dog suit man got a tragic backstory. I'm sure he does. Ain't no one dressing up like in a dog suit if they don't. And I don't want to know about it. Yeah.
Nice.
$65. I had like 20 or something, so not bad. All right, we still never found the bug girl. Maybe they're on some of the rooftops up here. Good to see you with us this morning, Jackie. Valicia. Could be at their house. Yeah, they do go to their house eventually on holidays. I'll just give her the bugs tomorrow. It's not a big deal. Zipper got into his head and never left. Zipper, man. Too much. Oh yeah, I could look at the map. All right. I think we're done. We just need to get some more wheat. 3 more bags of wheat here, sire. Bum, bum, bum. 3 more bags of wheat, sire. More powder, sir. Alright, let's get out of here. Love the green Wonderstone, but thinking about buying the orange one. Yeah, the orange one and the red one are the last ones I have left to purchase. And I'm like on the rocks about it. I'm like on the fence about if it's something I want to pursue or not. Let's go do some mining here. Whee! Do-do-do-do. All right, let's head up to the mountains and then we'll head home. We can go visit Kagetsu. We can go visit Kagetsu and give her a wilting blue flower. I'm sure she'll appreciate that. You think maybe she'll like sashimi? It's a simple dish. We should try gifting her sashimi and see if she gets pissed off. Wish we could double up on Wonderstones. Yeah, it would be super epic. It would be super epic. I agree with that. Do-do-do-do-do. You know what? Kagetsu might not even be here yet. Yeah, she's walking here right now. Sick. Hey, gotcha. Hey, yo, stop moving for a second. Wait a sec. Gift.
Here.
What?
Oh, she hates it. I didn't know such ill things existed. Oh no! Sorry, babe.
Yes. Many bless. Yes.
Alright, what's my future look like? Dang. Petting rare item percent. Alright, we could go do some pets before we go to bed. We could go pet some animals before we go to sleep. Sure. Strike 1. Nah, that's like strike 3. Because I've given her like 4 foods and she's hated every one. I've given her like 3 dishes and she's hated every one. We're striking out over here. At this point, I'm just done giving her food. Back to flowers. Can I give you a hint? I mean, I'm sure I could figure it out. I'm mostly trolling. Thank you, though. Hints are welcome. Like, I don't care that much. I'll just give her flowers and blue wrapping paper. It's not that big of a deal. I'm still in spring year 1. Am I still watching Hylian play post game? Also maybe. What's up, Panda Breb? He needs all the help he can get. Yeah. Obviously. All right, let's go pet our animals real quick.
There.
because we have this rare item percent buff.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
And we might get some rare items for this.
There, there.
There.
There, there. There, there.
Nice. We got a little bit of time to get the other barn before they go to sleep.
There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go.
Okay, sick. I really should just put all my chickens in one coop at this point. I don't know why I'm not. Right, not bad. Tomorrow's Friday, and then we have another Bazaar day coming up. Which I'm in the same position I was last time with the Bazaar. I don't really have anything to sell. Maybe if that jewelry finishes, I could sell that. I mean, I have all these tea leaves to sell. Oh yeah, they need to be processed first. Yeah. It'll be a pretty quiet Bazaar day, but we'll still go and we'll still sell stuff. But I'm just in a transition phase right now where I'm doing a lot of pickling. And my windmills have just been blocked up, so I haven't been able to do a ton of processing of things to sell specifically. And like we got our new trends so we can cook. So that's going to be the big thing we end up selling at this Bazaar. We'll do a bunch of cooking again. Green colored recipes. And then we could sell green and yellow crops. Yellow crops and sweet crops, but we just don't have a ton of that stuff laying around right now. So we could sell like a stack of summer tea leaves just to make some cash. Maybe some accessories will be done soon. Look, we have all this golden mayo and yogurt and stuff to get rid of. A couple brooches, but we're going to hold on to these pickled stuff because we're currently working towards making the ultimate pickled mix with the purple wonderstone, which is going to be sick. We're going to be able to make 36 of them. Yeah, we won't be selling a ton. Where do these fish come from? But we have some chocolate for some cooking. We have some wheat. So yeah, it should be still a pretty decent Bazaar day. But since I still have this buff to level 1 petting, we could do our petting here in the morning. Yo, what's up, Coffee Sean? Oh, cat went to sleep. Oh, we have a rainy day. Nice. So we still have to water our basement crops. The pets don't have to do any herding today. Dun, dun, dun. The basement might be the one place where we just plug in some sprinklers. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Let's do it. Let's get 6 sprinklers for the basement, and then we just never have to deal with the basement. Only on harvest days. That actually seems like the best possible play. Because I just realized, like, even during rainy days, like, we still have to go water the basement, which kind of sucks. All right, let's save. Yeah, you can get sprinklers. Yeah, they're pretty far into the game though. Like, you gotta earn them bad boys.
There you go.
Pretty far into the game, but they are there. Eat up, little horse dude. Oh, nope. Didn't want to do that. Just trying to pet my chicken. Yo, calm down, dude. The heck was that sound effect?
There you go.
There. All right, we're gonna take this chicken with us to the next barn. We're doing it. We're doing the move. The horse is always in the way, kinda, yeah. Welcome to your new home, chicken. Boom.
There.
Would you say having a bunch of trees and stuff is pretty mid? Sure. So I think really this game has a lot of different ways that you could play it. And you could make trees super profitable.
There.
Or not, right? Like, so that doesn't answer your question, but that's the first thing I want to say is like, first off, I think everything is actually kind of viable in this game.
There.
And I don't think trees are any necessarily less viable than crops. It really just depends on your setup and what you're focused on, you know, what you're processing, your trending items, you know, all that stuff. But now to actually answer your question, the trees feel kind of mid, sure. It's hard to say. It's really hard to say because I haven't actually paid a ton of attention to the trees. Like, I've only grown a couple of them here and there. And so it's like, it's kind of hard to say, but sure, I think maybe the trees are kind of mid. But trees are always kind of mid in these games. They're never like the most lucrative thing. At least in my like opinion, like over all the years I've played Story of Seasons games, like trees have never been like the focus. But again, I've never like really tried making trees profitable. That's the thing. Like I can only say so much because I've never tried making them profitable. Yeah. Yo, thank you, Mamatella. What the heck? Happy vacay, they said. Thank you for the $10 donation, dude. Thanks so much. We're eating burritos today, baby. Burritos. Thanks, dude. Thank you so much. The Matree trees sell really well, or you could pack them up. Yeah, I think I will say, to continue that conversation, I think that trees have more potential in this game than any other Story of Seasons game. And I think you could totally run a tree farm in this game, but you might be doing kind of a lot, right? Like, so like to go back to Tay, welcome in here, by the way, Tay. You're probably better off just using most of your plots for farming crops and smaller things and, you know, selling off those crops and cooking and yeah, I think you're right. I think you're kind of thinking correctly. The trees aren't going to compare maybe fully to the crops for your average player. I think, but I do stand by my words. You know, I think this game you can play it any way you want. It really has a lot of freedom, and I think this game specifically has all the makings of a sick tree farm. You're kind of inspiring me to try it. I'm thinking about trying it. Like, why not? You know, maybe later on in the playthrough, I'll convert all of my fields to just trees. And we'll see how we feel about like becoming a fruit tree farmer or just a tree farmer. We sell the trees, we sell the crops, you know, we process it all into juice and tea and all these wonderful things, you know. It could be cool. I don't know. like I think fruit tea maybe has a chance, right? Because let's say year round you grow autumn tea leaves in your basement, and then you use your other plots to grow fruit trees, and you make year round you make fruit tea in the yellow windmill, and all year you just focus on making fruit tea. I wonder if that's like good money. It could be good money. Yes, correct coffee, Sean. Yes, correct coffee. Yes, and we have learned that here, right? So you would want to take the fruit, make a seed, replant it, fertilize it more to keep going. Yes, you're 100% right about that. So when you first grow a fruit tree, there's a chance it's going to cap out at like 4 stars. You would have to take that 4-star fruit, seed make it, replant it, keep fertilizing, and then you could get that 5-star, that 6-star, that 7-star eventually if you do the crop shows and stuff. Yeah. So like, for example, I do have an 6-star orange tree because I took an orange to a crop show. Right, so on and so forth. Yeah. Are the storms and blizzards randomized? Yes, they're very randomized. I've heard stories of people having 2 blizzards back to back. I never got a single blizzard all winter in my first year. My recommendation for you is always have enough windscreen kits to cover all of your projects twice, sitting in your storage. This is the safest way for this game, because otherwise you have a chance to get a back-to-back hurricane. I don't think it can ever be back-to-back, but it can be one day in between. That's the worst I heard. So like hurricane, day off, hurricane, or blizzard, day off, blizzard. So you always want to have enough wind kits to cover like all of your plots and everything 2 times in a row, just in case, because you might not be able to go and craft this stuff in time. So yeah, you have to be really careful. So like even right now, I don't necessarily have enough wind kits to cover everything. Not even close. I'm about 10 off, so I need to craft some more of these. What's up, Random Reject? Good morning. What's up, Nick82? Good morning. I just wanted to support your time off. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for doing that. Thank you so much. You're never expected to do that stuff, chat. Thank you. All right, let's go check if we have a harvest. We might have some harvesting to do. No, but we can fertilize. That's a cute looking frog jumping around over there. That's a cute looking frog jumping around over there. Get him. Gotcha. All right, tea's fine. Whoa! It's Onion City up in here. Very nice. That's nice. That's a lot of onions. Guess we're getting a little Shrekky this morning. All right, summertime crops, living in the city. What are we gonna plant here? All right, we have cucumbers. What else do we got for summer right now? We got watermelons. We got regular melons. We got more watermelons. These are a higher star count technically. I'm about to just sell these, I think. Some pumpkins. So that's 4. So I need 2 more slots filled up. I need 2 more slots filled up. What could I put down? I guess we'll do I could plop some trees down. All right, we'll save 2 spots for trees because we're going to Bazaar Day and we can buy new tree seeds. Okay, deal. I like that, actually. Living on the edge with no windscreens, I see. Well, I don't like to have the windscreens up. I don't like to have the windscreens up unless a storm's coming, because they're like a little bit in my way. So what I try to do is, my goal is to have enough in my storage to cover everything. So I have 22 in my storage ready to go, which is almost enough for all of my plots. I am living life a little risky because I actually don't have enough windscreens to cover, what is it, 4? Well, no, I guess I do have enough right now, but only for 1 hurricane. So yeah, we are living life a little risky. A little risque. Phew. Alright, what are these seeds? Pumpkins. Alright, nice. Let's go ahead and eat these last couple drinks we have.
Yes.
Orange tea. Apple juice.
Yes.
Mmm, tasty. Blueberry jam.
Nice.
I heard 2 days one after another. Dude, that's scary. That's so scary, Coffee. How you been, Coffee? You been enjoying this game? Alright. I'm not ready to give up the yellow windstone yet, though. I thought I was going to be ready to give up the yellow windstone, but I'm not. Or wonderstone. Because now I need to do onions real quick. Yeah, now we have to pickle onions real quick. We need 36 pickled onions as well. Right. You've been binging hard? Reaching the end of year 1 with having loads of fun. Yeah, this game has an addicting gameplay loop. Big time. Yeah, dude. I'm right there with you. Alright, what about stone and wood? Do we have any in our storage? I don't think so. Only weeds, yes. Alright, let's go ahead and get some stone and wood going. We might as well. This windmill's just never going to get freed up, is what's really going to happen. This windmill's just never going to get actually freed up. Am I wasting fertilizer putting a 4.5 fertilizer on a 5 seed? Yes, because you can't go above 5 unless you take it to a crop show. So yes, 5 stars is the cap for every crop in the game unless it wins a crop show. Does that make sense, Selena? So if your crop wins a crop show, then it can go up to 6 stars and it wouldn't be a waste necessarily. And then if you win another crop show, so a silver rank, you can go up to 7 stars. However, you also are going to want to, in the future, take into consideration the field levels. So if you didn't know, in the game, there is a way to upgrade your field's soil quality. And you want to think of it like this. Every field soil quality upgrade is 1 free star on all of your crops. So if you have a level 1, if you get 1 upgrade of your soil, you get an extra star on top of everything you plant. If you get 2 levels, then you get an extra 2 stars on everything you plant. That's just a rough way to think about it, all right? So even more so in the future, you're going to want to think even harder about what you fertilize. Are you following? So like, for example, if you plant a 0-star seed, a 0.5 star seed, a baby seed, and you have a level 2 quality field, that seed is already pretty much guaranteed to be 2.5. Does that make sense? You plant the seed in the ground, you have 2 upgrades, you got a 2.5 star crop right out the gate. You're already winning. Then if you were to fertilize that with a bunch of good fertilizer, 4.5, 5, you could boost it up to 5 relatively easy. So let me give you the reverse. Let's go back to your question. Let's say you plant a 4-star seed in a field that's been upgraded once. Technically, you do not have to fertilize it ever. Think about it. You put 4 stars in the field. The field quality has been leveled up once by the guy at the bazaar. You just went up to 5 stars. You never have to fertilize that crop, and it will likely boost up to 5 stars. So my point is that you can accidentally over-fertilize in this game. My first tip is to understand that if you hover over a crop, you can see its star count. This will help you from over-fertilizing. Yes, Coffee Sean, you are intended to fertilize every day if you want a crop to be 5 stars. Like if you plant something in the ground, fertilizing every day does matter. Every fertilization boosts that star quality a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. So fertilizing every day can be the play depending on your situation and what you're planting. And this is proven because if you haven't noticed, when a crop is a regrowable crop, the quality drops when you harvest it. Have you noticed that? So, for example, you see these tomatoes over here? They're at 5 stars. When I harvest these tomatoes, there's a chance they could go down in quality, depending on what their starting seed was. Does that make sense? So if my starting seed was 3 stars, and I fertilize this every day up to 5 stars, and then I harvest the tomatoes, it's going to go back down to 3 stars again. And you're going to have to re-fertilize. Yes, that might be why, Coffee Sean. So there's a lot of nuance with the fertilization, but the rules of engagement are as follows. You're going to want to fertilize every day in order to get the highest quality crops that you're looking for. But just don't over-fertilize like in Selena's situation, where they're fertilizing a crop that's already 5 stars. Don't do that, right? If you have one of the field upgrades, again, you can get 2 field upgrades. You can get a 3rd later, I think, but 2 early on. Consider that. That's 1 free star every time. So if you plant a 3-star seed, you want to be thinking about that as a 4-star seed right out the gate. From there, hit it with some fertilization, get it up to the next rank, right? And then, so there's a little bit of extra nuance. You do want to be thinking a little bit further ahead with some of this stuff. It's a little confusing, right? Do some experimentation, ask questions, and we'll do our best to help answer questions and stuff here, all right? But yeah, between myself and the community, we've done a pretty good job figuring all this stuff out and sciencing it all out. So if I don't have an answer, somebody here probably has an answer for you. And don't be afraid to ask. Like, the next time you go to plant a crop, come in chat, say, okay, how does this work, Hylian? I have 1 field upgrade, I'm planting a 3-star seed, do I have to fertilize it? The answer would be yes, but stop fertilizing it once you see the crop go up to 4 stars. So go over here and hover over it. Once you see it go to 4 stars, you could probably stop. Well, why? Well, because you have 1 field upgrade. So if it shows 4, it's likely going to go up to 5 on harvest day because of your field upgrade. You can visually see the changes in your crops every day by hovering over it. So like right now, this is a 2-star watermelon seed that I just fertilized with 5-star fertilizer. Stick with me. When I wake up tomorrow morning, I'm going to hover over this same seed and it's going to reflect my fertilization. It's going to evolve. It's probably going to go up to a 2.5 or a 3-star watermelon seed. And you can kind of see the growth happening, and you can kind of learn the systems. All right. Another thing that I should probably mention, thanks for the follows, by the way. Another thing I should probably mention is, and again, this game gets deep. Hear me out. Did you know that the longer it takes for a seed to grow, the more chances you have to fertilize it, the higher quality you could get it? So like, let's say you're right at the beginning of the game and you only have 0.5 star seeds. You put that in the ground and it's a rice seed, and rice grows in 11 days, and you fertilize it every single day. You could end up with like a 3.5 star rice, maybe even 4. It might cap out. But let's say you plant a potato that only takes 4 days to grow. You fertilize it every day. That potato is not going to have enough time to get higher because it grows in 4 days. So you only got 4 days of fertilization versus the 11 that rice was able to get. So that potato might only end up being like a 2.5 star. Isn't that interesting? So the longer it takes for a crop to grow can affect how far you can push that crop's stars. So Amy Lee is instantly going to my point here. And that's actually the point I was going to make. Thank you, Amy Lee. Thank you so much. This is why I'm struggling to get 5-star flowers right now, because I never have enough time to like boost them up. They grow in 3 days and I just can't get enough fertilizer in there. So like my highest star flower right now is like a 3 or a 4 because you just don't have enough time before it's grown and you're done. Then you have to seed make it and do it again. So then now you have a 1.5 star. You get 3 days. That's it. You seed make it. Now you have a 2.5 star. And so the flowers are a really good example of exactly what I'm talking about. Thank you. Yo, good morning, Amy Lee. Do you know how long storage freshness lasts per upgrade? No, I don't really have a good idea. But what I can tell you, Selena, is that if something is out of season, it goes stale faster. So stuff from spring goes stale faster in summer. Stuff from summer goes stale faster out of season, so in fall. So this game encourages you, even when I have 3 storage upgrades for freshness, and I'm still noticing my spring flowers are going bad pretty fast by the end of spring. So keep that stuff in mind as well. Stuff that's out of season, you want to deal with it faster. You want to get rid of it faster. So if you have a bunch of crops from spring in your inventory, you just want to start getting rid of that stuff when summer starts, because that stuff's going to go bad real fast. So either cook with it or get rid of it. And here's a pro tip for freshness. If you process or cook something, it resets the freshness counter. So if you take a going bad tomato and turn it into tomato juice, that tomato juice just refreshed the whole freshness counter. And we're pretty sure that it's a complete reset. We can't confirm it. There's maybe a chance that tomato juice has less shelf life because the tomato did. We're not sure. But we're currently under the impression that it just completely resets the freshness. So what I do is I hold on to stuff for a long time before I decide what to do with it. Does that make sense? So like, I'll have a bunch of wheat and I'm like, I don't know what I want to do with it yet. It starts to go bad. I'm like, all right, I'm going to turn it into flour. Then I sit on it. I'm like, I don't know what to do with it yet. Then it starts to go bad and I'm like, all right, we better cook this. And then now I have a bunch of cakes and I'm like, okay, I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. But I just extended the shelf life of that wheat times 3. Think about it. I went from the wheat going bad, reset. Flour, now I have a whole month. Okay, the flour's going bad, reset. Okay, now I have a whole month of cake. Okay, the cake's going bad, I better can sell this before it's done, right? So just a pro tip, you can kind of extend the life of things by processing it when it starts to go bad. So here's a better way to understand what I just said. don't process stuff too fast. Don't be afraid to maybe hold on to stuff a little bit before you decide what you're actually doing with it. Process it if you have a plan, obviously, and execute your plan, but don't feel the need to just jump to process stuff, because you might end up, you know, doing it too fast. Like if you turn your milk into cheese too fast and then you don't sell the cheese starts to go bad. That's not good. But if you would have just held on to that milk for a little longer, then you would have probably prevented that, right? So I hope that all made sense. All right, here, I wanted to quickly shout out the YouTube as well. If you're new here and you're looking for more awesome information like this, I have a lot of very informative playthroughs on this channel. I do a lot of informative gameplay. I'm just that kind of guy. I'm like a natural teacher. I've been this way my whole life. And I really enjoy creating value through kind of informative content. It's not necessarily my full focus, but it's something that ends up happening a lot. And I've realized that a lot of my playthroughs kind of turn into what I call companion guides. And it's a companion guide for you to play and enjoy alongside the channel or alongside your own gameplay, right? So I encourage you, check out the YouTube. I think my first 10 or so episodes of this game is on YouTube right now in a nice little snug playlist. You can just go jam out while you're checking out the game, maybe for the first time. And I promise you, between myself, my commentary, and the chat's commentary, you're going to quickly realize we have a lot of really cool information, and you can learn a lot by playing alongside us. All right. So I encourage you, man, jump over to the YouTube, drop a subscription if you want to support, and check out my Grand Bazaar playthrough, because I know I'm like selling myself, so it sounds a little bit goofy, but I really do, when I say this, like, it's a really good companion guide for you to enjoy alongside this game. All right, so check it out. I dislike the freshness mechanic. Yeah, it's a challenge for sure. This game is one of the most different farming sims I've ever played, and is constantly nudging you to change the way you've played these games, and it's super cool. The freshness mechanic might be a little frustrating, but that's where this game kind of thrives, man. This game is really good about getting you to play farming sims different than you've ever played them. Through interesting systems, through freshness mechanics, through the bazaar mechanic, through all these really cool stuff that this game brings to the table. One of the things I've grown to appreciate about this game, and I just recently kind of realized it, is that this game is pushing me to interact with farming sims different than I've ever interacted with farming sims. And I think that's really, really, really cool. I really love that. I think that there's something to appreciate about that. I think as a gamer, I've played a lot of games in my life, and I want more games to push me out of my comfort zone. Even if it's a little frustrating, right? Even if it is a little, you know, gosh darn it, like, stop it, I'm trying to hoard. It's fun. It's actually really cool. It's actually really cool. I feel pretty good about it. I think they've done a good job. So I agree, though. I do agree that it's kind of obnoxious. It's kind of annoying. It's probably not for everybody. Let's be real. But it's cool, man. I like it. Let's just do 10 of these so we can see what the actual tea sells like. Otherwise, we just want to sell the raw tea leaves at this point. We don't want to be processing these. Is there anything else we could do at the Yellow Windmill? Yeah, there should be some milk and stuff. Yeah, milk, eggs. Some of this good stuff as well. Nice. Hey folks, got overloaded with some stress today. Some not so fun things. Feeling drained. Thanks for being here to keep me company during this stressful day. Love this community so much. Oh, lemons and limes. Hope you feel better soon, bud. I hope you feel better soon. You know, I just realized something. I just had the biggest realization ever. Pastel Pink Garden never got their VIP yesterday for a week. So we'll give it to them now, and then we'll let them have it for an extra week because I'm going to be out of town anyways. That's so funny how my brain works. Like, why did that pop into my brain now? It's just like, whoop, you messed up. You got mail. I opened the mail and it was, you failed. Okay, cool. What's up? What's up, Naturally Bree and Sofer? Welcome to the show. Planet Kitties, good to see you. You saw my shiny badge? It was your badge that reminded me. Yeah, it was. When you know you grew up with AOL. It was your badge that reminded me, to be fair. Currently puppy-proofing my house. Shoes, cords been placed behind metal gates. I can still reach them, but the puppy won't be able to get them easily. Do you have a new puppy in your life, Neo? I think I remember you saying something about it. Has the puppy distribution service chosen you? Ah. Itchy nose. Summer to fall is the only season I have actual allergies. It's the only season. I've never been allergic to really much at all in my life. But the summer to fall gets me just a little bit. I think it's ragweed season. Is that what they call it? The old ragweed season. I think that's what it is. The only freaking season that gets me. 27 plus 18. All right, I need one more bag of wheat. Oh, also, do we need tea leaves? A bag of tea? I think, yeah, we might need some bags of tea. Yeah, we do. All right, let's get those going. Yeah, it's the only season. I woke up this morning and I felt it. I felt the itch for the first time this year. And I knew what I felt. And I was like, oh, here we go. I opened up those windows last night. Here it goes, dude. It's not too bad. I don't get like, it's really not bad. I promise you. I'm making it sound way worse than it is. It's really not bad at all. I never even take anything for it. That's how you know it's not bad. In fact, I never noticed for most of my life until I started streaming. Because it's streaming when you notice those types of quirks, because you're in front of a bunch of people. So you're noticing when you're itching your nose a bunch. You're noticing when you're scratching your eyes a bunch. I wouldn't really even notice that stuff. It wasn't really that. It wasn't affecting me all like that. One, two, three, four, five, six. All right, we're good. All right, anything else we need to seed make? I mean, we might as well. We're here. We need more rice, don't we? We need more rice, yep. Get the rice going. We're just seed making everything in existence. That's just what we do here. Quick, someone start an itch counter. No, none of that. All right, we need to go back to bed, huh? All right, we already took care of the animals because it was raining, so we have a pretty relaxed day. Oh, we were gonna go to the Bug Girl. Let's go to the Bug Girl. Then let's cook for Bazaar Day. Just ordered. I'm excited to go back and watch your playthrough. Aw, Scarlet. I think you'll enjoy the game. Even if the freshness mechanic's gonna frustrate you a little bit, it's gonna get you. it's gonna get you, but you'll enjoy it. I think you'll like it. I will say this. I've never had anything actually go bad in this game. Anybody else? I've never actually had something go bad personally. I've only ever had it drop down from the first stage of freshness. I've never had anything go bad, ever. I've never even had anything go under stage 1 of freshness. It says, should still be good. And apparently there's multiple stages under that. It goes from perfectly fresh to should still be good, and then apparently there's multiple stages. Never even had it go under should still be good. So I find it to be funny because, like, even though we talk a lot about the freshness mechanic, it can't be that bad if I've never ever had anything ever go bad. Like, if you really think about it, it's like, yeah, I've never actually had that happen. So, and the game is cool because there's a couple mechanics for if stuff does go bad. Some stuff can be processed back into fertilizer. Right? Which is kind of cool. Like, there is like a little, if something does end up going bad, technically it can be turned into fertilizer. And in the end, it'll actually be okay anyways. How cool is that, right? So, like, very worst case scenario, you just get some fertilizer for your junk and it's over. I have a baby buffalo. I have 2 buffaloes now because I took advantage of the breeding as well. That's right. So I have 2 buffaloes. Do 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 do. I'm just taking everything out that I could use for cooking. And we're gonna do some cooking here. I'm just taking everything out that could be used for cooking. And then the vegetables or the stuff we'll take out as needed. All right, so we're back again, but this time the trending is only green recipes, not yellow. So it's a little different. We don't have access to the cakes and stuff. We don't have access to the cakes. That's the big thing. We can't do guacamole. We can't do mixed salad. We could do some turnip salads. They might be worth it, actually. We'll hold that one into our bank. We can't do poke. We could actually do some asparagus soup, and it's worth 2 G's. Wait a second. Wait a second. And we can add mushrooms or salt or pepper or different oils to make it even better if we wanted. Okay, we don't really have mushrooms, but we might have some salt and pepper. Wait a second, dude. We might be able to make some fire food here. Boom, boom, boom. That's going to be 4.5 stars. But if we add some salt, that brings it up to 5. If we add some pepper, that brings up to 5.5. And that's me using my 4-star asparagus. Let's do it. Let's see how much it's worth.
Nice.
It might be worth a lot. $4,000. What the frick, dude? Oh, we are about to be selling some soup. We're about to be selling some soup. You need this game. Do you think late game it's better to save milk and eggs for recipes? I think it depends on what's trending. Because, like, for example, if you have yogurt trending, then making yogurt's probably going to be the play. Because I've had yogurt trending and it was a pretty good thing to sell. But I think you might be right. I think the cooking system is one of the ultimate systems in the game. And I think it's a really good moneymaker, and saving eggs and milk for cooking is the play. I think you're right about that. Yeah. I think you're onto something, Kels. But I want to make it clear, I think trending is important. So don't always sleep on trending. So, for example, again, if you have trending yogurt, you might want to make yogurt. It might be worth it to just sell raw yogurt. Just sell the yogurt. Just sell a bunch of it, right? Because trending is pretty important in this game. It's not always the most important, though. But it can be pretty important. Like, so let's just like do a quick thought experiment, right? Let's say that mayo is trending. All right. Let's just say mayo is trending. And it's worth, trending is plus 30% value. So trending mayo is worth 400 at 5 stars. Plus 30% of 300, easy, right? 400, so you could be selling your mayo for 400 at 5 stars. Base price, done, right? Pretty easy math. However, that one egg could have went into honey cake, which is worth 755 base price. We're not even talking like 5-star. So sure, you're getting 400 gold out of yogurt, or sorry, mayo, but that egg going into this honey cake might be worth like 3,000 gold. And I'd argue at that point, the egg was way more valuable in this honey cake probably. But here's the question. Do you have the wheat? Do you have the honey to make the honey cake? Because at that point, if you don't have a bunch of wheat laying around, if you don't have a bunch of honey laying around, then turn that freaking egg into some mayo and sell that trending mayo, right? So again, I think the trending system is super important. I think that should always be considered. But I think Strawberry Kells brought up a really good point. I think towards late game, eggs and milk are probably way better to be used for cooking. And I'm starting to see how powerful the cooking system is myself. And it feels really, really powerful. The cooking system feels really powerful. So yeah.
Yes.
Speaking of, let's just keep making a bunch of asparagus soup. All right, let's get some real good stuff. Some 5-star, 12 5-stars.
Nice.
Oh, you know what? We needed to make onion seeds. Oops. All right, I better stop. I don't have 5-star onion seeds, and I need to plant more. Oops. All right, we're gonna stop. We're gonna stop. No more onions. No more asparagus. All right, next up. There's got to be something else we can cook. All right, boom. Stir-fried vegetables is trending. We might be able to make a couple of these real quick. I know we got some random stuff laying around in here. Oh, we don't have any Napa cabbage laying around. So yeah, once you actually like wrap your head around how trending works, I think it's easy to make decisions in this game because like trending is only, again, I think it's only 30% of the regular value. So 30% of 300, oh, okay, 100. It's not really a lot. Makes you feel like trending's worthless. But 30% of 3,000 is 1,000. At that point, you go, wait a second. That's actually a good amount of money. So trending has its purpose in this game, and I think it's very important. It's obviously one of the most important systems. but at the same time, you could spend this game ignoring trending always. Anybody been doing that? Any Grand Bazaar want to jump in the chat and share their experience? Anybody here like just ignore the trending system and sell a bunch of perfume and accessories or something, and you don't really care at all what's trending because you just sell like stuff that's super high value and you just don't even, you're just like, whatever, it doesn't matter? Because I bet you there's a lot of players that are like that. I bet you there's a ton of players that are just like, yep, I don't really care at all. I don't need to care. I can just sell whatever I want to sell because I know what sells well in this game. Right? Like, that's like a thing. Like, that's totally a thing. Dang, we don't have any salt. So the reason I am talking about this is because I just want to make it clear, like, again, dude, there's so many different ways to enjoy this game. And you can really set the pace yourself. You could really set the pace and play the game the way you want. We can make these wrapped rice cakes, which could be really good for selling. We just got to turn some rice into some dango. All right, I know the recipe we're focusing on, so we're back to herb pasta, chat. Look at this. Look at this herb pasta. We did this before. It's great money. Look at this. Fruit sandwiches. Yummy, yummy, dude. Fruit sandwiches. Somebody brought this up the other day. Sandwiches and fruit sandwiches. So we need to make bread, and making bread might be worth it. Where's just regular bread at? I can't find just the regular bread recipe. Boom. Now we could actually make the bread better by adding milk, which is crazy. I don't think we want to do that though, because we're just using this for another recipe. I don't think we want to do that. So let's try making 10 bread. You're not a fan of the idea of fruit sandwiches? That's really funny because there was an episode of Iron Chef where they made those. And that might be something in different cultures. Like, actually, so there's this people I watch on YouTube that go around and like eat dope food. And they went to a convenience store in Japan and they bought a fruit sandwich. And it was literally like American sandwich, like a bread sandwich. And it had fruit, and then it had like sweetened cream cheese. And it was honestly, because I understand the flavor profiles, I bet you it's good. But I'm right there with Rio. Like, biting into a sandwich and tasting sweet might really with my brain. Like, biting into a sandwich and tasting sweet might really hurt my brain, actually. Like, I'm not sure if I would like that. Yeah, I'm not sure how I would like that. All right, we can add chocolate as well. All right, we're about to make the dopest fruit sandwiches ever. You ready for this? All right, 10 bread, strawberries or cherries, buffalo milk. No. Yeah, chocolate. 6-star fruit sandwiches. Let's see how much they're worth.
Yes.
Thought you might have been talking about the other kind of sandwiches. Not this time. $1,600. Not terrible, but it's actually just right around the same as the herb pasta. Yeah, now that I think about it, that's actually like right on point with the herb pasta as well. So what's the difference though is the herb pasta's using herbs that I can find for free. And that's why the herb pasta is actually probably going to be better. Yeah. Yep, because I can find herbs on the ground and I don't have to use my like product. Yeah. So herb pasta's actually gonna end up being better here for making food to sell at my bazaar. Because again, herbs are free. Like you can't really argue with that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
fruit sandwich was my nickname in high school. See, these are worth 1,200 at 5 stars. I couldn't boost them up to 6. But still, like, I'm using literal herbs off the ground, like, versus using my fruit that I've grown that I could be selling. All of these different ingredients I had to use for fruit sandwiches. So as much as money, I can make some good money off of fruit sandwiches, but it doesn't seem to be the play here. That doesn't seem to be the play here. I'm gonna go ahead and make this.
Nice.
Just because I have these fish dying in my inventory. Okay. Yeah, the herb, this seems to be the play here. The fruit sandwiches were good, but having to make bread. Honestly, I could make these higher quality though. Because of the bread making process, I can actually make these higher quality though, because wow, I didn't think about that. Listen to this. I'll catch up on chat in just a second. I know I'm missing a little bit. Because now that I have 6.5 star bread, it's going to make the overall sandwich way better. So let's take that single cherry back out of here. And let's take these oranges out. And because the bread's so high quality, chocolate, 6.5 star. 6.5 star. It's the cherry that's holding me back right now. All right, let's just do one with the cherry real quick. I just need to get this cherry out of my freaking inventory.
Yes.
I just made 7-star sandwiches. Dude. I just made 7-star fruit sandwiches. And apparently 7-star triples the value.
Nice.
Oh my gosh. 2,500. That's dope. That's better than herb salad. That was pretty dope. That's some good cash right there, dude. Cucumber cream cheese sandwiches. Yeah, those are good. All right, let me catch up on chat. Most importantly is definitely your decoration that can boost your sales, at least that you can organize. Yeah, the decorations are probably more important than the cheer stuff. Yo, what's up, Rainy Day Puddles? Hey, good to see you, man. You're not bad at the game. You're still learning. Don't be hard on yourself, man. Be kind to yourself. Be honest. Be gentle. My nephew that I raised from a baby is 17 today. It makes me feel old. He's actually, I'm from New York for the first time with his grandparents, meeting his girlfriend for the first time. Been dating for almost a year. It'll be a B-day he never forgets. Aw. Aw, Toad. That's so cool. What's up, Fruit for Life? What's up, Simcetra and Baxter, buddy? Good to see you today, Dom Phil, as well. Dom Pill. Welcome in. All right, well, we could just make more fruit sandwiches. I'm going to hold off because I think we're going to sell those oranges raw. And we'll wrap up by just making a bunch more herb soup. That seems to be the play. We have the herbs, we have the oil. Just do it. Wrap it up. Tim Terrific, thank you, man. Thank you so much, Tim Terrific. I appreciate you, dude. Thank you very much. All right. And then let's get all that junk back out of here. Bum, 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 bum. All right, dude. We're here. We're ready. Go to Bazaar Day. Also, Coffee, did you say you had a DM you were going to send me or something? Yeah, just send me a message whenever. I'm definitely going to spend this week trying to catch up on stuff. I won't be at my computer, so I won't be able to do anything, but I'll at least be able to reply to people and catch up on old messages and stuff like that. No, I did not see that Duel Master D. How much is it? $800. 800. All right, we'll take care of the animals later. Let's go water our crops. Got him. Got him. Got him. Nice. Some beautiful harvesting. All right. Corn as well. All right, we got ourselves some pineapples, some peppers, some tomatoes, some eggplants. Very nice. Starting to get some good food out here. What's going on here? What do we need to fertilize? All right, so let's take a look at this corner. Look, it's a 3-star watermelon now. Remember I said you would be able to see my fertilization? Take a look. It went from a 2-star to a 3-star overnight after my 1 day of fertilization. So again, you can see the direct impact of your fertilization if you really slow down and just kind of pay attention. It can be hard with there's so much going on in this game, but $600 for the base isn't that bad. Yeah, sure. $600 is not bad at all. I just literally processed a single fertilizer. We're just going to stand here and wait for it to finish. Yeah, 600 is not bad for the base. It's whatever. It was if they wanted to compete at all, they had to do something close to that. Because there's just way too many handhelds coming out. And a lot of them are really overpriced. So if they wanted that to be even remotely competitive with Steam Deck and Switch, and it's not even fully competing with the Switch, it's more competing with the Steam Deck. Even though I know like handhelds, right? I get it, but like it's not really. The Switch isn't really competing with much out there because it's just its own thing. So yeah, if they wanted to compete with the other PC-focused handhelds, like they had to keep it light. They couldn't go too hard with that, right? Sony's rumored to drop one as well. I think Sony's gonna drop one. It's so funny because I've been saying it for so long, and I'll never forget the time in the chat where somebody disagreed, which is fine, you know. They were like, nah, it's not gonna happen. Why would Sony ever do that? No. And I was like, dude, listen, we're getting the return of handheld Sony. It's happening. And now more than ever before, all signs are starting to point to a handheld Sony device on the way. And I'm just sitting back laughing like, dude, I'm telling you, I've been telling y'all for a while now, like Sony is going to re-enter the handheld market. They see the opportunity, they see what Nintendo has done to the market, and they're gonna lock in, dude. And then all of a sudden Xbox comes out with their branded ROG Ally, and it's like, at that point, a branded ROG Ally is like, that's so close to Xbox just releasing their own, right? Like, it's not the same. I won't argue that it's the same, but it's right there. Like, the handheld era has arrived, my friends. Like, it's happening, dude. It's happening. Yeah, I agree with that. Planet Kitty's right. Yeah, Sony will be entering the market with one over probably by 2030. It's probably going to come before the PlayStation 6, or it'll be a part of the PlayStation 6 as some sort of gimmick. Right, it'll be like, here's the PlayStation 6 including the handheld, and it'll be like a thing, right? Like whatever they decide to do. But my prediction is that we see a handheld from Sony actually within the next 2 years, and then we don't see the PlayStation 6 till 2030. That's a baseless prediction for the record. Who knows? Yeah, who knows? I have no clue how it's actually going to go down. But that's my prediction nonetheless. About Bowser leaving Nintendo. Yeah, he said he retired. It's cool. It's certainly interesting, but like, it's not anything I don't really care, you know? And the only reason I feel that way is kind of a smug thing for me to feel that way, but like, it feels like I'm being a smug jerk, but it's like, the truth is I'm pretty sure the Nintendo of America president is like, doesn't actually do anything. Like, I'm pretty sure they're literally just a head figure, and they have to take all of their orders from Japan. So like, when it comes to actual Nintendo content and stuff, it doesn't actually matter at all. I don't think even a little bit. Like, I think like, it's not going to change literally anything. So it's like, it is interesting in news, but like, I haven't really talked about it because I'm like, you know, who cares? like a Nintendo just doesn't function that way. Like, they're a Japanese company first, and all of Japan, Nintendo of Japan controls everything, to my understanding. I'm not exactly sure. Again, like, I'm actually not sure. I don't think anybody here can be 100% sure. The only reason I feel that way is from little bits of information that has leaked over the years. Like little bits of information has leaked over the years about like how they run their ship. And that information has led me to believe that it like doesn't really matter. All right, this should be good. This will be a good start. And then we'll have our second shift. This would be a good start, and then we'll get our second shift. First Lady, Nintendo, President of America. Nintendo, what is it? What is the position called officially? Nintendo of America President. Is that what it is? Yeah. Anyways, yeah, the first one being a female is pretty cool. Yeah, I heard about that this morning. I do find that to be pretty interesting. I find the replacement to be more interesting than Doug Bowser leaving. But like Doug Bowser, as it was said to me this morning, wasn't Doug Bowser just kind of a bump on a log anyways? So like him leaving is just like, yeah, whatever. Did you even exist? Did you do anything? Wasn't he kind of a bump on a log, right? Like, I think he was. I agree with that. That was said to me this morning and I was laughing. I'm like, yeah, he kind of really didn't do anything. He was just kind of there. Like, he certainly wasn't Reggie. You know what I mean? Like, compared to Reggie, dude, like night and day, Reggie was like a literal legend. Like, Doug was a bump on a log. Yeah, like Doug, Bowser out, Samus in. I like that. That's cute. You win the internet today. That was really cute. I like that a lot. You have my vote for victor of the internet today.
Okay, that's all the time I've got.
Exactly.
I gotta get back to playing Animal Crossing New Leaf.
On my Nintendo 3DS. Damn straight. Tell him. Samus gets stuff done. All right, here we go. It's Bazaar Day. But it is fun. It's nice to have Nintendo news that isn't bad, right? So in all reality, I should probably have been more open to talking about it today. I don't really care too much factor kind of overrode it, but to be fair, like it is kind of nice to have Nintendo news that isn't like Nintendo walked into their employee's office and decided to drop a dookie in right on their desk. Like that's the kind of news we've been getting with Nintendo recently. Nintendo president decides that you all suck. Like Nintendo's just been really sucking recently, like with their news, like their media, like they're like, so it's kind of nice to have some news that's just like, hey, Doug Bowser's stepping out, he's retiring, and we got somebody new pulling in, and it is the first ever female Nintendo of America president, which is really sick. It's nice to have some like pretty decent news. Yeah, it's not Nintendo suing some little kid for calling himself Kirby on the internet. Now his family is actually working on Nintendo's secret slave labor camp for the rest of their life. It's like, wow. All right, I don't think we're redecorating. I think we decorated with everything. Oh, we have this super cool food truck for freshness up instead of quality up, which could be kind of cool. If this is quality level 2, this is quality level 2, this is quality level 1. Max is level 3. So actually, switching to the freshness cart makes sense, and I'm still keeping my quality level 3 maxed up. Look at that. So I just got a whole extra buff by using my brain for a second and just thinking about it. Oh, but I did lose one of my forgeable things, so that's interesting. So I do have to be careful though, because I'm losing one of my forgeable buffs. So we could switch this one to this one. And we're still maxed on quality up. And we have our 7 out of 7 buffs. Perfect. All right, let's go. Oh, free release, dude. I have some news for you. They actually announced a live action Zelda movie already, and it's already been casted. They went with 2 no-name actors for Zelda and Link so that we could connect with them and not have the predisposition of like whatever they were in before. Yeah. So it's 2 no-name actors for Link and Zelda so that we don't have any kind of predisposition of like, oh, this person was Aragon, you know what I mean? And we don't really know much about it, but it's live action, which is a little scary. I would prefer animated, but we'll have to see what they do. Yeah. It's apparently in production for 2027, I believe. They just pushed the release date. I think they announced 2027, I think. Yeah, anyways, you guys ready? Bazaar day!
Take a look.
All right, if you jump right when you ring the bell, you can do what I call a bell cancel. Which is super nice so that you don't have to sit here ringing the bell and you can't click on anything.
Just wonderful. Easy peony.
Yeah, super exciting, right? Dude, I remember the April Fool's teaser as well.
All right. It's in the bag.
All right, we have level 2 done. This is gonna be a smooth one. This is gonna be a super smooth one here. Because we had so much weed laying around. Come on by, I'm your local weed dealer.
Way cool.
Buzzing.
Very good.
Anybody you'd like to see? I'm not actually good with actors or actresses, so I don't have a good answer for
Keep swimming.
who should be Ganon. I know that's so dumb. I'm just not. I'm so bad with actors and actresses. I have no clue.
How lovely.
Got it. All right, let's go.
Nice.
Or what game you'd like to follow? I'd like it to follow Ocarina of Time. But I don't think it's going to follow a game directly. I think they're going to kind of spin off and do their own thing. But, well, see, Ocarina of Time is actually hard to say because then they'd have to deal with the age up, the 7-year age up. I guess if I had to choose a Zelda for it to follow, I would like it to be... What an interesting question that I haven't fully thought about. Because, like, originally I just said Ocarina when somebody asked this question. But now that I think about it, I'm like, so Ocarina of Time's story is super strong, but that might be kind of hard to do in media. And, like, in that format, in movies. So, like, really, maybe the answer is actually blending a couple games together. Right? So, like, you go with Ocarina's story of Ganondorf befriending the king and betraying the kingdom.
Hurry up, hurry up.
But you lean further into the A Link to the Past vibe, where maybe Link has to save Zelda at the beginning of the game, and then you have Zelda alongside you through the story. Because I'm imagining they're going to want to give Zelda just as much screen time as Link. And I think the way they do that is by having them together for a lot of the movie. Now, of course, they're going to probably have to be separated at some point because, like, of plot and, you know. But I think one of the ways you do that is, like, you probably have them together going through a lot of the same trials through a lot of the movie. I don't think you go in the direction of Zelda's a damsel in distress, right? And the problem with Ocarina of Time is Zelda's not there ever during Ocarina of Time. She doesn't exist. So they'd have to make so many liberties anyways. Think about it. They'd have to take so many liberties. Because, like, Zelda literally is not actually in the game. Like, she's Sheik, and they could lean into the Sheik thing. And that's the one saving grace for Ocarina. They could make Sheik like a main character and have her be around often, right? But, like, I feel like A Link to the Past has a better story for Zelda that they could start off with. Now, obviously, A Link to the Past isn't good either because Zelda gets kidnapped at the beginning of the game, gets put into a crystal, and you never see her again. But the beginning of A Link to the Past, you save Zelda from a prison. And I think that could be a really cool way to start the movie. With Link, his uncle dying, right? Link's uncle dies. He grabs the sword and the shield. He runs through this castle. He saves Zelda as the Dark Wizard Aghanim is taking over. But instead of Zelda getting imprisoned, Zelda and Link stick together and they go through some sort of quest to save Hyrule. Right? I think that could actually be kind of interesting because they're fugitives, right? If you don't know the story of A Link to the Past, Link is a fugitive. And I like the idea of Link and Zelda being fugitives in the movie. They're always on the run. They're stuck together. They're forced to create a bond. Right? And like they have to go through this quest together. I think it would actually work like really well. Right? Like that could be kind of cool, right? So these are kind of my thoughts on like how they could go about it. I think they have to do a blend of ideas. Right? I think you have to do like a blend of stuff. Like there's a couple Zelda games that you want to focus on. You want like a blend. Look at that, man. Some decent cash here. Obviously a big chunk was my bracelets, but I sold the most with my asparagus soup. Look at that. I made more money with my 14 asparagus soup than I made with one diamond bracelet. Let me say that again. I made more money with 14 of my asparagus soup because it's trending than one diamond bracelet. Could this game just be like could real life be like the game, please? Could my asparagus soup be worth more than diamonds, please? Because I would cook my off. Groceries are expensive, dude. Why do you think a Panera's still around? Shut up, dude. That's so funny, dude. That's so funny. Now, let's keep going. I also think going in the direction of Breath of the Wild could be sick, because Breath of the Wild has the champions, and the champions could all be characters that we interact with throughout the game, and it could be really special. Like Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild, right? Like, Tears of the Kingdom is more what I'm thinking because of the champions that are actually alive and like you interact with them. So I think leaning into the champion system of the newer Zeldas could also be really cool, because then there would be 4 champions, 4 places they have to go, right? And like you could interact with these different legendary people. They could showcase the Gorons, they could showcase the Zoras, showcase the Rito, right? So we get a little bit of everything, and it would really encapsulate the Zelda universe really well. Because if you're making a Zelda movie, you want it to be chock full of references to the universe. You want it to feel very Zelda. And what's more Zelda than a fucking Goron, right? A Zora. So I think the other direction they could go is try to incorporate some of those elements. And you get those character interactions that really make it feel like a Zelda game and not just 2 humans walking around or Hylians, but really give us some of those other races that make Hyrule what it is. Hyrule wouldn't be what it is without the Gerudos, the Gorons, the Zora, the Rito. That's not how Hyrule works. What makes those Zelda games so special to me is because there are other creatures and other races and factions, and it makes the game feel larger than just a bunch of Hylians, right? So I feel like that could be something they could lean into the fact that Zelda has been known to have all of these different types of creatures and interactions forever, right? Would you say the champions replace the sages? I mean, as far as like their role in the game, sure, but not lore wise, because technically the sages still existed and could still exist. We don't know that. So remember, a lot of Zelda is implied lore. It's how you interpret it. And my interpretation of Zelda right now is there's a lot that we don't know about what's going on in the universe. So in theory, the sacred realms still exist in Breath of the Wild, and there are still sages protecting it. And we don't know about that. So lore-wise, no. The champions do not replace the sages. But aesthetically, they do. And here's why. To give you one thing to support what I'm saying, at the end of Breath of the Wild, spoiler, all of the champions as ghosts are like on a mountain waving, or they're like on top of some kind of peak and they're waving in their lake. And it's like this beautiful scene where they're watching over Hyrule as you protected it. They did their job in the end. You redeemed them. And that scene was almost a 1-for-1 scene from Ocarina of Time, where all the sages were standing on Death Mountain at the end, saying, "Good job, Link." I caught that reference instantly when I played Breath of the Wild, and it goes to show you, yes, aesthetically, the champions were supposed to be the replacement for sages. Functionally, in Breath of the Wild, they were kind of supposed to be that for the player on a meta level. But if I want to put on my nerdy glasses, I'm going to put my foot down and say, no, the champions do not replace the sages in the lore. Those are completely different mechanics, and the sages could very well still exist. We don't know that. We're not supposed to know that. We're supposed to assume or interpret our own understandings. And the sages in the sacred realm could still be kicking, and we just don't know about it because maybe it was lost in time to Hyrule, right? So that's your answer. All right, we sold out. Almost. Dang, we didn't sell any of our tea. Well, looks like we got a nice explosive session here to sell some tea. So this live action, how are they going to do the Goron, Zora non-human characters? Well, the first thought is Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings was ahead of its time. The original Lord of the Rings, those characters were all done with makeup. You realize that? And they all looked phenomenal. But unfortunately, The Hobbit was all CGI, and it was kind of garbage. So what we want is Lord of the Rings. What we don't want is The Hobbit. That's what we want. We want Lord of the Rings, full-on makeup and effort. What we don't want is the rushed Hobbit, unfortunately, with bad CGI. That was still a good movie, but it was not even close to as good as the OGs, dude. So that's what we want. And we want it to be just really high-end makeup and prosthetics and props. And they could do it. They could do a really good job. I guarantee you. Because again, look at Lord of the Rings. Think about how good those orcs looked. If they made those orcs look that good, they could do anything. Really think about that. If those movies have proven to me that you could do anything. Yeah, like they could look really good. Yeah, Diamond Blade. The Hobbit was just a cash grab. Unfortunately, as a Lord of the Rings fan, the Hobbit movies were a letdown. But it doesn't mean that they were bad. They were enjoyable. They were whimsical. But they stretched out The Hobbit. They put a bunch of filler in it, and it really took a book. It was just a cash grab. It's just unfortunate. That's just how things go, right? Then again, we're not trying to yuck people's yum. Like the Hobbit movies are great. You know, they were fun. They're fun movies, and I'm a big fan and I liked them. But really, at the end of the day, they were cash grabs because stretching out The Hobbit into 3 books just made no sense at all. And it was kind of disappointing that they did that.
Yeah.
They could have just made one really, really good movie. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, thank you.
yeah, they forced him. Yeah, exactly. That's what I heard as well. Yep. He didn't want to do that. Exactly. That's what I heard. Peter Jackson actually was opposed of the 3 movies. And they were like, nope, you're doing this. Yeah, that's what I heard as well. I heard it was forced on him, which is unfortunate. There's a good documentary on Peacock called The Unearthed Icons that talks about it. Yo, how you doing today, Rainer? He was also opposed to the CGI. I bet he was, man, because again, like, how iconic were the Lord of the Rings movies? They shouldn't have rushed it. They shouldn't have rushed it, man. They should have sat back and created another masterpiece. And they rushed it. They unfortunately rushed it. It didn't work out the way that
Yes,
it
yes.
should have.
Welcome.
The new Lord of the Rings about Galadriel on Amazon was actually really good. Yeah, people liked it. I heard Lord of the Rings lore enthusiasts were a little upset about it because it didn't follow the lore 100% and like it kind of deviated from the original material and to kind of create their own little kind of rules and stuff. But I think outside of that, I've heard nothing but good things about Rings of Power. Outside of that, I've heard nothing but good things about Rings of Power, but the super OG Lord of the Rings heads were a little bit upset about them taking some liberties, you could say, and kind of like changing up the story and stuff a bit and messing around with some stuff. But that's like that's the minority, I'm pretty sure. I think most fans and most people enjoyed Rings of Power. I will say I haven't watched Rings of Power myself. I will say that because I didn't get a chance to enjoy Rings of Power myself because I don't know. I kind of let some of the reviews get into my head a little bit, and I was just like I'm a really big lore nerd, but I don't know. So I'm gonna watch it though. I've already decided I will go back and watch it. I just haven't yet.
Welcome.
The Hunt for Gollum. They're doing another movie. Nice. On the note of The Hobbit, you want to know one of the best ways to enjoy The Hobbit? One of the best ways to enjoy The Hobbit is actually the old animated movie. That's still today one of my favorite movies, dude. The old animated Hobbit was so fire. That's how you enjoy The Hobbit. Peter Jackson's is okay, but you gotta watch the old animated Hobbit, dude. That's where it's at.
Yeah?
That creeped me out. The animated's a classic. It's so good, man. Let's get our fortune here.
Yep.
Hopefully the Hunt for Gollum's better than the new Gollum game. Yo, what's up, Flip Toast? Good to see you today. I know I missed a couple people rolling in. What's up, Trickster? I don't know what I want to buy. I'm sitting on $100,000 and I'm locked up on what I want to purchase. I think I could just go drop 500,000 on the freshness upgrade real quick. And then I just don't have to think about it so hard. No. Alright, I can't get that. Alright, do I buy the honey upgrade? 200,000 for that.
Hey,
We'll hold off on the mushroom. Get the bee expansion.
you got that right.
And then we were gonna buy gemstones, right? So that we can get the winter. We were gonna buy gemstones. I think this is actually a worthwhile investment. We were talking about this on stream because in order to make the winter sunstone, you need 30 of each of these ores. But if you just buy them, you don't have to use your higher quality ones that you could be turning into accessories. So this feels like an actual worthwhile investment because you're probably going to make more off of the stuff you're saving to make up for this, right? Because like the higher end accessories are worth a lot. I don't know, it's hard to say, right? Because these are 5,600 each. I don't know, it's hard to say. And again, you need 30 of each, which is already a ton.
Yeah. Thanks.
Downloading Crossroads. Man, so I finally sat down and was like, all right, I'm going to play the Crossroads demo. Then I said, you know what? Actually, I'm not. I'm going to just watch some reviews because the game's out. So I sat down and watched some reviews, chat. Why does Crossroads look dope? Like, wait a second. Like, wait, what? Like, hold on a second. Like, now I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, wait, like, whoa. Like, actually could be dope. Like, could be really good for multiple reasons. I talked about it this morning. I'm not going to go any further right now, but the only thing holding me back now is the truth is I'm not actually a big kart or racing fan. And I can't really all the way justify needing another racing game in my life. I'm just not a big racing guy. I've never been a big racing guy. So it's like, that's the one thing holding me back now. Is like, to be fair, I don't really care that much about racing games. Like, not really, dude. I've never been a racing game guy. So it's like, I don't know, man. That's the one thing holding me back now. It's like, I don't know if I need more racing games in my life. Like, I don't really care that much, you know? All right, I think we're ready to go. Open shop.
Take a look.
Step right up, step right up. We have the finest weed in all of Zephyrtown. Heck, in all of the world. Step right up, step right up. This stuff will get you chewed. This stuff will get your grandma twerking.
Nice.
Oh, we're already level 5. What? How did I get to level 5 already? This is insane.
Let's make waves.
Yeah, flip toast exactly. Bum, 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 bum. We're selling all this good stuff. We're selling all this good stuff. We're selling all this stuff to you. We're selling all this stuff to you. Oh, all right, we're going to do our tea leaf. Here we go. Here come the tea leaves. Here we go, baby. Yo, we better get some time up. We better get some time ups. Come on. If this B girl doesn't start giving us some cheer time up, I'm going to get pissed. Come on, dude. Why are you never doing anything? You better start buzzing. She never activates. It must be so rare. Maybe I need to level her up some. I mean, she's almost level 5. She's one of my highest level ones.
For the business. Uh-oh.
Do 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 do.
Thanks a bunch.
We're just selling nothing but tea leaves because we have so much. Look, we have so much. So many tea leaves.
We will meet again.
Alright. Alright, back to the weeds. Hopefully we have enough time to get another level 5. We might end up having to opt for a level 4. We might end up having to opt for like a level 4 here. What? How do these get back on the table?
Nice. Keep swimming.
Do I even have anything left? Yeah, we have a good amount of stuff left. Yeah, stop holding out on this B girl.
It's in the bag.
Dude, I was wondering if collecting all these weeds recently was worth it. And it totally was, dude.
Ooh, lovely.
Alright, we got a little lull here at 5 p.m. I know how to upgrade my barn. You gotta upgrade your pasture first. So once you get to like Bazaar rank 4, I think, or 4 or 5, you upgrade your pasture. Once you upgrade your pasture, the next week you should have the barn available.
Let's recalibrate.
But just keep in mind that if you don't see an upgrade, it's locked behind your Bazaar rank. Like if for some reason you can't find an upgrade, it's probably locked behind your Bazaar rank. Then you gotta get your Bazaar rank up.
Very good.
Nice. Easy peony.
Wow, we got all 5. We got all 5. We did it, dude. I can't believe it. I was not expecting that, dude. We got 3 level 5 cheer times because we just had so many weeds to sow.
Program initiated. Thanks for the business.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, now she's getting that cheer time extended. Yeah, now I see her. Oh, now when it doesn't matter. Oh, she's extended all the cheer time. Dun, 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 dun. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Ganon would come buy my oranges. He seems like an orange enjoyer. We have to be almost sold out soon. Yeah, we have to be almost sold out soon. There's no way. Yep, sold out. Not bad at all for 2 separate shifts. Now, obviously my record of like 800,000 in one shift is going to be super hard to break. Right? But I will say this. We just got close to breaking our overall record. Look at that. 889,000 is what we got today. and 919,000 is my record. So even, dude, even without that insane last week, we still almost broke our record again. And I say at the beginning of this that I didn't have anything to sell? What was I gonna do? What was I gonna sell? Well, I guess we didn't really have to think too hard about that, did we?
Hey,
Oh, he can't do more than one upgrade at a time, right? Can he do mushroom logs at the same time?
yeah.
No, he can't.
Yo.
Okay.
Come on.
All right, well, we're sitting on a bunch of cash. Do we just buy the windstone? Do we start buying decorations?
Welcome.
Do we start getting some gifts for Kagetsu? I kind of want to start messing with the farmer tents, man. I kind of want to start messing with the farmer tents. I'm going to buy the farmer tent, level 3, I think. Or chef. I'm interested in the chef or the farmer tent. Chef feels like the one that I want to focus on. All right, let's buy the farmer tent. Let's do it. All right, we bought our first decoration with cash. We're breaking the seal, as they say.
Please take a look.
Bailiff. We're breaking the seal, right? Let's grab the orange wonderstone. Let's stop
Yes.
holding back on that.
Come.
Gotta locate food, yo. Get your food on. All right. Now we save the rest of our cash. We're just gonna go buy some food recipes. Yeah, I think we're done buying stuff.
Welcome.
Yeah, I think we're done buying stuff. We're just gonna get recipes. So we can keep expanding our cooking in the game. All right, is that everything? I think that's everything. I think we've literally bought everything from her. All right,
That's right.
let's go to the other one.
Welcome.
Yeah, let's buy everything.
Yes.
Do 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 do. All right, is my storage smacked? No, it's not. Nice. All right, let's go buy more food. But this time, instead of just buying anything, let's go ahead and buy
Welcome.
stuff that's trending that we could maybe use to make money next week. Ooh, randomly white bread? French toast? I can't resist buying everything, chat. Stew? All right, let's just slow down. Let's just stick with trending. That was the plan. Bok choy cream stew. Burgundy fondue. All right, desserts. Nothing's trending. And then what about drinks? We already bought a melon juice, I'm pretty sure.
Yes. Welcome.
All right, and let's go ahead and check this last shop. I think we've bought everything from here. Because we're just crazy like that. Yeah. Nice, dude.
Absolutely. Come.
All right, sick. Thanks, Marnie. No, stop. I'm stuck. No, I was trying to get somewhere real quick. No. Don't close the shop that I'm trying to get to. I need to take these wilting flowers and wrap them up in a box so I can give them to my gal. Stop. Don't close down the shop yet. No, I can't jump through here. No. Dang it. All right. Oh. Looks like she ain't getting wrapped gifts this week. She's just getting some wilted flowers. All right, let's get out of here. We'll walk home with the walk of shame. We didn't buy the babe any gifts on our outing. That's the walk of shame right there. All right, let's get 3 more rice seeds going. What's up, Aurora? Good morning. Good morning, everyone who's just rolling in. Thanks for popping in, dude. Hope y'all are feeling good today. All right. And then I think we want to go plant some of these tree seeds, man. We just got a bunch of tree seeds to plant. I'm in year 2. How about you? Sleeping then's nice. Oh, we gotta go take care of our animals, though. We better hurry up. We sold all of our sticks and seeds. We don't got none left. All right, is there anything that we want to process at this windmill? I don't think so. I think we're good here for now. I'm not gonna lie, that Bazaar day really cleared my storage out though. That was a beautiful Bazaar day for storage clear out vibes. Like I feel like I just cleaned house, dude. That was real nice. Yeah, I feel real good. I feel like we just cleaned house. Tips for getting more money. My biggest money tips, I guess, are along the lines of flower bouquets, perfumes. Flower bouquets and perfumes are massive. Don't sleep on the decoration system. Really try to start leaning into the decoration system and mess around with that if you haven't already, because it's pretty important. And that'll help you make extra money. You know, obviously, check out the trend. Like, the trending stuff is pretty important. But trending shouldn't be your only focus. Again, there's some stuff that's just really good to always be selling. And that's stuff like perfumes, flower bouquets. You know, the accessories are kind of expensive, but they take a while. Maybe considering pickling some of your vegetables before selling them raw. I did get a rare buffalo, yes. I always forget about the trending stuff. Yeah, the trends are pretty important. Don't let the trends dictate everything you do, but definitely don't sleep on the trends. They could be a big part of your growth. ABP, always be processing. That's right. The trends that are not crops feel like a big one. That's a good way to think about it. I agree with that. Yeah, like, for example, I have like a lot of cooking trends right now in the game. And the cooking trends are like seemingly really important. Like, I'm making a lot of money off my cooking trends. So like, that's like a good example right there. After buying all that food, do I seriously not have any food on me? How's that possible? What are the breadcrumbs for in game? I haven't found a recipe for them yet, but it's going to be for cooking. But I haven't found a recipe for them yet myself. The cooking is something that doesn't really start to open up to the player for a while. That's one of those things this game... Like, the cooking is really important, but it's like purposely doesn't really start to open up for the player for a bit. So there's like a bunch of stuff in the game that like
Nice.
you're gonna run into and you're gonna be like, what is this for? And the answer is probably cooking.
Yes.
But the cooking is like doesn't really start to open up right away. You really got to play the game for a bit before you start to open up the cooking systems. Yeah, I know that wasn't a ton of real good advice for making cash. I could give you some more like specific info if you'd like. Like, don't be afraid to ask. Check out my YouTube playthrough, by the way, because we've talked a lot about this game over my whole playthrough, and my first like 10 or 15 episodes are on YouTube, and you will learn a lot by watching that while you play. So just a heads up, please, if you're a YouTube fan at all, check it out. You'll find my playlist. Just go to the playlist tab on my channel. You'll find the Grand Bazaar playlist. I'll even pull up the playlist real quick so that y'all can just bookmark it. Because throwing that on while you play this game, you're going to learn a lot. Like, a lot of your questions about making money and stuff might actually get answered naturally because of just how much time we spent like sciencing out the details and like really figuring out this game like together as a community. So how much do you make in every bazaar? A lot. So I think I'm kind of a bit of an above average player. I'm not going to say that I'm the best players, but I'm kind of above average. But like, for example, here's a list of my last couple weeks. So year 1, winter week 5, I made 300,000. Year 2, spring week 2, I made 700,000. These are all my bazaar sales. Year 2, spring week 3, I made 300, but then I made 500, and then I've almost made $1 million the past 2 weeks. And again, this is from a bit of an above average player. I've been playing farming sims my whole life. So I kind of have like a bit of I kind of know what I'm doing is what I'm saying. I think as a casual player or as somebody who doesn't have as much experience, in your first year, 100,000 is a good starting point. 100,000 in your first year is good money. And there's a lot of players in this chat that are making 50 to 100,000 on average. And they've expressed that, they've shared that. But you could definitely be making a lot more. And that's where this game starts to get pretty intricate and in depth. Like, you know, I was definitely making 500,000 a week by the end of year 1. And probably in fall year 1, I was making like, I had a couple 500,000 weeks, right? So you could definitely make a ton in this game, but I wouldn't push yourself too hard. If you're making 100,000 and you're in spring, summer, fall, year 1, like, you're honestly playing the game pretty efficiently. All right, like, you're doing a good job. Don't be down on yourself. Don't compare yourself to myself or some of the other players in the chat, because some of us have just been playing these games for a long time. So yeah, don't catch yourself comparing too much. I'd say 100,000 is pretty good. And if you're looking for tips on how to do a little bit better, like I said, check out my playthrough, throw it on while you're playing. It'll help out a lot. And again, I can give like more specific tips, but it's kind of hard to give the specific tips because there's so many different ways to play this game. I can tell you in year one, I was selling a lot of raw crops, but a lot. I was growing as much as I could. I got my field upgrades as soon as possible. I was selling a lot of perfume. Don't sleep on perfume, man. You make perfume literally by random wildflowers. I was selling pickled stuff. I started figuring out that pickled was good to sell early on. And again, the trends are good, man. Early game trends are really good. I followed my trends to a T early game. But I also had really good trends early game. Like, that's the funny part. Is like, I had really good trends early game. So following my trends worked out really well. Right? I was able to make some good money early on. I don't know if this is a nice way to say it. I hope it doesn't come off rude. Are casual players closer to 100K a week at the Bazaar in fall or winter? I would say a casual player, or another way to word this is a player without a ton of experience with these types of games, or a player that doesn't have a ton of experience with this game in general. Maybe they haven't been watching streams, right? I would argue that 100,000 in year one at a Bazaar is a pretty decent sale. That's like, okay, you're understanding the game, you're figuring out. Yes, that's a little bit of a slower pace, but I think that's pretty good for like your average player, a player that's lacking in experience. I'd say 100,000 is pretty healthy, in my opinion. And that's just my take after Zaradu, after like listening to the chat. And like, I've had some players come into the chat and they're like, dude, I can barely make 50,000 a Bazaar. How are you doing this? And I started realizing like, yeah, I think there's a pretty decent gap between like the inexperienced players and then players like me who go at these games like a freaking animal, right? Like, I know exactly what I'm doing. I know exactly what I'm trying to accomplish. I think there's a pretty big gap. And that's why I say, like, I think I'm above average. I think there's a bunch of players that are actually way better than me. So there's like the elites, there's the above average, there's the average, there's the below average. I think a casual player is either going to be kind of below average or average. They're going to stick in that camp. And they're going to maybe make 100,000 a week for the first year. Like, they're not going to go too hard, right? Yeah, I'm a min-maxer as well, right? It was a solid run. What's up, Glitch? Who are you courting? I am courting Kagetsu. I've decided I'm going to go for Kagetsu. But I need to put the work in because she's actually not my highest. My highest is actually June. She's cool too. Yeah, I'm going for the goddess. Yeah, I'm going all in. He knows what he wants and just how to get it. Not to compare. Comparison is the thief of joy. That's right. He knows what he wants and just how to get it. Yo, what's up, Lizzie? You made $1 million last night. You made $1 million in one Bazaar week, dude. Nice. I haven't quite got there, but I'm close. I'm close, dude. All right, let's go ahead and throw some jams on. And let's jump over here. All right, we're gonna chat for a little bit. That's gonna be it for Grand Bazaar, and we're just gonna spend some time chatting here for a bit. So I was gonna host a Q&A today, but oh wow, dude, I'm at 99.58 hours. Dude, I am literally 2.5 minutes from 100 hours on my save file. Nice, dude. We're going in on this game. All right, I was gonna host a Q&A today, but I didn't feel like doing it officially. But you're welcome to ask me anything, chat. An unofficial Q&A. Ask me anything. Let's just hang out for a little bit. We're done playing Grand Bazaar for now. For those of you that were looking forward to more Grand Bazaar gameplay, hit that follow button, please. We'll be playing this game for the next month or so, pretty casually. And then again, I got about 13 episodes on YouTube, and I have about another 5 to 10 that need to be released to YouTube. So check it out. Don't sleep on the YouTube playlist. You'll also find my past 60 days of content on my Twitch channel, and you can go check out that stuff over at the videos tab on Twitch. So you can also just watch on Twitch if you want. I've been playing this game for probably just about 60 days. So I think I wouldn't be surprised if everything I've done in this game is still on Twitch at the moment. So probably close. You're in the Philippines? Oh, nice to meet you. We have a couple of members of the community in the Philippines here. I hope you have a wonderful vacation. Thanks. I think I will. Gonna be all right. Should be nice and chill. You're bringing your Switch with you? Yeah, I'll bring my Switch 2 with me. Not having my Pro Controller will bite though. I got a small little case. I don't have a big case. I just got a case that fits games and the Switch. So not no Pro Controller will bite for sure, but I'll probably just end up playing games that don't really use much movement. Like if I had to guess what I'm gonna end up playing on my Switch 2, it's probably gonna end up just being a bunch of stuff like Into the Breach or something. Just like some lighthearted stuff. I don't know. I don't game a ton on my Switch off stream unless I'm really inspired to play a specific game. And I don't really have anything in mind to play right now besides for Astrobot once I get to my destination on their PlayStation 5. So I've been thinking hard about it. I'm like, I have about an 8-hour trip here ahead of me. What am I going to play on my Switch? And I'm not really inspired to play anything. I'm not sure, dude. I don't think I'm going to try. I'm going to have my Switch in my hand. I'm going to try to like load something up and have a good time. But I don't even know if I'm going to end up playing anything on my Switch 2. I might just end up playing Pokemon TCG Pocket the whole time. And just like sitting on my phone on the trip. I'm taking a bus. Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know. I have no idea what I'm going to end up playing. So we'll see. Maybe I'll play something on the NSO, like a retro game. I know on my last trip that I took, I played Fire Emblem on my Game Boy Advance. Switch Game Boy Advance. And I almost played the whole game. I got to like the final boss fight, the second to last boss fight, because I know the game so well. Have you played Eastward? I played Eastward. Yeah, we never finished it though. We played it on channel. There's like 4 or 5 episodes of Eastward out there somewhere. It's not released officially on YouTube yet, but there's a couple episodes of me playing that game. I never came back and finished it. And then they added the farming DLC. And I was like, man, I kind of want to go back and do the farming DLC. And then I never came back. You find you get car sick? Yeah, I don't actually get car sick. Well, the thing is this is a weird trip for me because every other time I've done this trip, I don't actually leave until like 8 p.m. And I am traveling overnight. So I'm usually trying to sleep. Trying is the key word. Whereas this time, I'm leaving in the afternoon and I'm traveling during like pretty normal hours. While I still might try to get some sleep on the road, because I'm a pretty sleepy passenger. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. Because like it's during normal waking hours. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. Like it's during normal waking hours. So it's like, that's why I'm thinking this time, like I'm actually think I might end up playing on my Switch for once. I might actually sit down and be playing on my Switch because it's going to be normal waking hours. The problem is that I spoiled myself and I've been playing World of Warcraft recently. So if anybody out here knows World of Warcraft, that's a PC game. The problem is that when you're in the mood to play WoW and it's got you, you know, in its grip, you don't really want to play anything else. So I think I'm going to end up spending the first couple days of this vacation detoxing from World of Warcraft. And I use that word very pointedly. I'm going to end up spending the first 2 or 3 days just detoxing from WoW, because I'm going to really want to play WoW and I'm not going to be able to. And it's going to make everything else not fun. Like, it's seriously that bad. Like, that's the WoW addiction. So every other game's going to feel pale in comparison for the next couple days. And after the next couple days go by and I come to reality that I'm not going to be able to play WoW for a week, then I'll start to enjoy other video games. But in my current mindset, I haven't played anything but WoW for the past like month in my free time. I don't play a lot of games in my free time. I don't get a lot of time to play. But when I game, it's been WoW. So it's like, I'm going to be detoxing from that for a couple of days. Classic. I play Classic. Yeah, so it's like, I don't know what's going to happen. So it's going to be a couple days of weirdness for me as I detox from my computer and from WoW specifically. And then from there, I'll probably start enjoying some other video games and it'll be all right. It should be pretty fun, but I'm probably going to end up playing Fantasy Life. I've actually thought pretty hard about it already. And I'm like, if there's something that it's probably going to end up grabbing my attention, I'll probably end up reloading Fantasy Life for a couple days while I'm out of town. I'll probably end up reacquainting myself with that game for a couple days because I have it for Switch 2 and it'll be a nice little game to pick up on my Switch 2 and just play for fun. So I'm kind of leaning towards Fantasy Life. The only problem is I hate playing Fantasy Life on my Switch 2 because I don't have my 10% experience trinket. So I haven't played on the Switch 2 in a while, but I'm going to just suck it up and I'm just going to do it. Yeah, I did see the DLC announced, yeah, for December. I'm about to be consumed with Hades 2. Yeah, so since I'm waiting for the physical copy of Hades 2 on Switch 2, the only way I can play Hades is on my PC because I own it on PC already, and I'm not going to buy it on Switch 2 again and then again. So my plan of maybe playing Hades 2 on my break has now been dissipated because they announced the physical copy of the game November 20th, and I want the physical Hades 2. I want it so bad. I rarely get to play physical games or buy physical games nowadays. So because I'm waiting on Hades physical and because the other copy of Hades I own is on Steam, now the lady does have a Steam Deck. And I was thinking about loading up Hades 2 on that, but I'll probably just wait. How is Fantasy Life? It's pretty good. You'll find my whole playthrough on YouTube, Lizzie, if you want to check it out. First episode or two is probably enough for you to get an idea. But it's a fun game. It's an RPG game that's heavily focused on combat with a story that's okay, that has a lot of fun gameplay systems and loops that are like really special. Fantasy Life's close to my game of the year, if not my game of the year this year in my personal world. Really good game. Really good game. It's not for everybody. Again, it's very heavy combat focused, but it's good. Watched some of your Dinkum the other day because it's available on Switch and I'm tempted. Nice. We might revisit Dinkum at some point when it comes out officially to Switch. It would be nice to play with all of you. Yeah, classic. I did play retail during the most recent expansion release, but I opted out. Unfortunately, classic retail WoW is just a little bit too treadmill, carrot on a stick for me. I'm not saying it's bad. Retail WoW's fun, but it's just really not my vibe. But it's just not my thing, man. It's like you want to know the main thing that stops me from enjoying retail is that their season mechanic. Their season mechanic just like doesn't really feel good. And I know you could argue like, but classic WoW basically has seasons with the different releases. Like once Nax comes out, that kind of overwrites a lot of the gear that you might have gotten AQ, but it's not that true. You see, I can load up Classic WoW. I can get my character some PvP gear. I could turn off the game. I could load back up in 2 months. And I'm still somewhat relevant. I can go right back to what I was doing. But in retail WoW, if you take a break from the game and you come back, everything you did is erased for the new season. And that mindset really just kills me. It's just not my vibe, dude. So I don't think I'm ever going to go back to retail WoW because of that, unless they change the systems, unless they gut all of that, nonsense, unless they go back to creating. So recently, there's been this new phrase with MMOs. You have vertical MMOs or horizontal MMOs. RuneScape Classic is a horizontal MMO. It adds new content, but it never makes the content that was originally there not worth it to do. So it keeps adding content, but the content just gets wider. It never erases the original stuff. But you see, World of Warcraft is a vertical game where every time it releases new content, the content before becomes irrelevant and is no longer worth doing. And I'm starting to realize that at the end of the day, I am a horizontal MMO fan. I don't really want to get involved with vertical MMOs anymore. And the only one I'm going to play is WoW Classic. Because, like, it's something I've been playing since 2004. Like, and it's fun. And every once in a while you go back, you just play. You know the game so well. It's like going home. But I'm done with the MMO RPG format that makes everything irrelevant when new content comes out. It feels really bad. It feels stupid. You have to be a diehard, non-stop player to keep up with vertical MMOs. Yeah, it's just not fun. It's just not fun to me, dude. Yeah, it's like, and then what's the point? Like that, and then what a hollow feeling when you go back to the old content and no one's there. And I hate that feeling. I hate that, like, you go back and you're like, okay, I want to go do a dungeon from last expansion and no one wants to do it because it's not worth it to do it. Now, cosmetics in WoW kind of make up for that, and people want to do old content so they can get mounts and stuff. So it's not that bad. I'm making it sound like it's worse than it is, but still, it feels dumb. It's like, why create this world and then simultaneously erase the world while you're creating it? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, why would you even do that? I started realizing how stupid vertical MMOs are. Like, why would you do that? Why would you create an experience where you're just deleting old content? You worked so hard on that content. You paid people money to produce it. Why would you create a system where you're, like, basically deleting it? It's like, what? Like, it can't even wrap my head around it anymore. I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, that's not how this should be. We should be focused on creating games that last forever, and that the content when a game first came out was great. And the content that came out yesterday is also great. And you can just do whatever you want. Like, that's what I want from an MMO. But I also just don't really play many MMOs nowadays. To be honest, I've kind of stepped away because I just don't have the time. Kind of waiting for MapleStory Classic. A little bit of WoW here and there. I'm just not a big MMO guy. Just not enough time in my day, man. What's up, Leo? Yeah, we're just chatting for a little bit. We just finished playing some Grand Bazaar. We had a beautiful Bazaar day. It was nice. Nice stream to catch up on if you're looking for some chill vibes. It's been a nice, relaxing show. I'm going back to Arceus. Nice, yeah. I go back to Arceus occasionally, just for some shiny hunting and hanging out. But I actually ended up fighting Arceus and officially beating the game. I'm pretty sure I've collected everything in the game. I've done every quest except for like 2 side quests that are like mini games. Yeah, I'm pretty sure my Arceus playthrough is 100%ed or close. Now, the only thing that's left is the Dex entries. And that's what I've been working on. I go back into Arceus, Spacey, and I just try to 100% the Pokedexes of the Pokemon. Because I'm really nerdy about that. I really like that. We got to get a guild going. If there's enough people interested in MapleStory Classic, yeah, sure. Yeah, it'd be fun. We did that with WoW. Dude, when WoW Classic came out, the second or third time, this was like a year or two ago, we had about 6 to 8 people from the community playing WoW with us. It was cool, man. It was cool. And we had a little guild. We were trying to do some content. Of course, it fizzles. You know, that stuff kind of always fizzles. MMOs are a big undertaking, so, you know, stuff fizzles. But I'm coming back the 3rd, yeah, but I don't know for sure because, again, this whole thing has changed. I've done this trip a lot over the past 5 years, but now this whole trip is changing. So I'll know exactly what day I'll come back here soon. It's going to be the 3rd. It'll be no later than the 4th, chat. I'm going to really hate coming back on a Saturday if that's what ends up happening, but that might be what's happening. Because again, the bus that I normally take is a night trip. So I get home at 5 in the morning and I'm able to sleep for 2 hours and then show up to stream and just be a dork with y'all tired for a couple hours. Right? Well, this time, I don't know what time I'm going to be getting home. So if my trip starts at 4 p.m., I'm not going to be able to actually get home until like basically Saturday. But however, I would be really well rested and we could have an explosive Saturday show with a full rested returned individual. So that's the difference. I don't know how this trip's going to go. I'm either going to be home half asleep, kind of busted on Friday, and we're just going to hang out and have a goofy, sleepy, slap happy stream. Or I'm probably going to end up being back Saturday fully rested. It all depends on when this new bus route goes. Because again, they changed up my whole bus route. So like, that's why I'm ending the stream a little earlier today. If this was my normal trip, I could go until like 4 p.m. today and we could hang out all day. But I can't do that because I have to leave here in a little bit. I wasn't expecting it. Yeah, they kind of changed up the whole vibe on me. Yeah, I'm unfortunately going to be gone for a whole week. So my vacation starts tomorrow. I won't be back until, like I said, the 3rd or the 4th. I'll be letting y'all know in the Discord. I know not everyone's a part of the Discord, so I will also make a point to post on Twitter. I guess I can post on Instagram and Blue Sky. Would you guys like that? Is there anybody who's just not about Discord? Would you like me to post on the socials? Because I'll do that for you if you want. I'll gladly post on the socials if that's what you guys would prefer. But either way, I'll make it official in the Discord once I know. I just haven't bought my return ticket yet. I'll probably buy my return ticket as soon as I get there. Like I could go buy it right now, but I'm just being lazy. Yo, thank you, Jerry Newman. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Selfishly, Blue Sky would be great. Yeah, because the Discord's the best place to keep up, but I'll post on some socials for y'all if you want. I don't have the link there, but I'm just highly into sent on Blue Sky. If you'll find me. I think I'm the only one. Do. It's gonna be a VOD week, baby. It's gonna be a VOD week, baby. Sorry, I went Kid Rock on y'all. I went Kid Rock on y'all. Here, let me see something real quick. Y'all got me super curious about something real quick. I want to go see where my VOD's cut off on Twitch real quick. Like what I want to go see what 60 days ago was. What were we doing 60 days on Twitch 60 days ago? Let's go see. Because again, you don't have to go to YouTube. You have my past 60 days of content on Twitch and, you know, whatever I highlighted, which is like a bunch of Grand Bazaar. And I think some Fields of Mystery. Yeah, what do I have highlighted? Let me go check. Right now, my highlights are all my first episodes of Grand Bazaar, yeah. A couple Chibi Robo episodes. Some Nintendo Direct stuff. All right, here, let me check. So, private, relax playthrough, first time playing, day 5. Relax playthrough, first time playing, day 5. Where's that at? Hyrule Warriors episode 2. I need more context. Okay, this was Tales of the Shire. Okay, there it is. Boom, there's Tales of the Shire. So that expires in 4 days. Fields of Mystria, Hyrule Warrior. So I'm like right here. So yeah, my 60 days ago starts with our villager hunts, which expires like later today. There's still some Tales of the Shire on Twitch. There's still some Fields of Mystria left on Twitch as well. So that's kind of funny, right? There's actually some stuff like laying around from 60 days ago. It's always cool to go like, what were we doing 60 days ago on our channel? Because like, you don't realize how fast time flies. And it's like, yeah, we were playing Tales of the Shire, Fields of Mystria, Hyrule Warriors, watching a Nintendo Indie Direct, doing villager hunting, Zelda lore streams. So like, yeah, even my stuff on Twitch, there's still like a good amount of stuff on Twitch to check out as well.
I hope you have a great vacation. Please enjoy yourself and don't worry about us. We'll just be waiting for your safe return. H-Day Bongo Tap H.
Does it tell you the last one, the time the last one expires? I think it's PST midnight. I think it's PST midnight is when they do the reset. Yeah, so midnight of Pacific Coast. I think that's when they do the reset on their servers, yeah. Yo, thank you, Totertot Salad Bug, for the 49 months, for 3 in advance, I believe. Regardless, thank you for 49. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Yo, thank you, Karen Keisha. I appreciate you as well. Anyone have a playthrough for me to watch on Hylian's channel? I'll let y'all suggest. I have no idea. Spyro Reignited Trilogy. If you haven't watched my Spyro Reignited Trilogy playthrough. Oh, if you haven't watched my Pokemon Shining Pearl Nuzlocke and you're a Pokemon fan, it is one of the most epic playthroughs I've ever done. And the finale will blow your socks off. If you're a Pokemon fan, this is a must watch. My Sonic Frontiers playthrough is pretty good. If you're a Sonic fan. Honestly, the Pikmin 4 playthrough is nice because it's only 9 episodes. And Pikmin 4 was a lot of fun. Ooblets is always good. Dude, Ooblets is just like a must. Just throw it on if you want to feel good, because our Ooblets playthroughs were just nothing but feel good nonsense. If you haven't watched my Ooblets stuff, it's just all feel good. It's the game. It's not even me, man. The game is just super feel good. Dude, Sonic Frontiers was so good, yeah. Love that game. Safe travels. Thank you, Tay-Ray. Thank you, Chicken Tendos. Happy birthday again, Epic Mimikyu. Hope you have a good birthday, man. Thanks for coming to visit me on your birthday. What's up, Shalom? What's up, Oversoul? Yeah, y'all will be missed as well. Thank you, Lazy Stoneheart. Appreciate you. Dragon Tamer Mom, good to see you as well. What's up, Feisty? I hope you don't have any snot-nosed kids on the bus. Yeah, me too, man. Yeah, me too. Can I ask how you make the game in the background blurry? Yeah, it's a filter. It's a complete separate filter you have to download. It's what do they call it on OBS? An add-on, right? Is that what they call them? Add-ons or something like that? How do they word that? Hold on, I'll get you the name right now. Here it is. OBS Composite Blur 1.1.0. If you send me a DM on Discord, I can drop you the file right now. Oh, Dazabound finally made it. Okay, we can go. I was waiting for Dazza this whole time. I was worried he might not show up. Yeah, if you send me a DM on Discord right now, Pastel Pink, I can drop you the file. Otherwise, just go look up OBS Composite Blur. That's the name of the file, and then you can find it. Those are the same filters I have in my head. I'm still working through your 1.6 playthrough. I got so much Stardew content to get on YouTube, dude. I have so much Stardew content to get on YouTube. It's insane. That's just one of like 5 playthroughs. I'm not good with Discord, but I'll look it up. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, OBS Composite Blur. And then it's a filter. So you apply the filter on the source, if you understand what I'm saying. So you right click the source. So in this case, the source is my game. And you go to filters, and then you go to add an effect, and it'll pop up as an effect under the filter section. It'll say composite blur, and then you can adjust the amount that it's blurred. Now there's a secret to my setup though. I actually have, look at this. You see the difference here? Look at this. So the secret is that I also have a very thin veil of black over it to make it even sexier. There's the secret's out. There you go. So I actually have a color black over the game. Then I have the game blurred so that it looks really sexy. So this is what it would normally look like. And then this is what it would look like unblurred. So you see, unblurred, blurred, faded. Nice trick. I know, man. I know my job, baby. Actually, I got to give credit to my graphic designer for that, because he set that up. The truth is I'm not too visually good with art and stuff, but I paid a guy an hour of his time to sit down and completely rebuild my OBS and to give me a bunch of pro tips and stuff. And he taught me how to do nested scenes, and he taught me how to do blurs and all that kind of stuff. So the truth is that I actually can't take credit for that at all. I paid money for that tip. What do you think? Was it worth my money? I think so. Yeah, we finished A Girl Who Stole Time. Speaking of YouTube, you'll find it on YouTube, dude. My whole playlist is there. We finished the whole game. It was good. It was fun. And we even did a bunch of post game. We still go back and play it very occasionally, and once the new DLC comes out, we'll go back and play it a bunch more. What's up, Daddy Cool? Welcome back. Yeah, that's right. That's actually why I'm hanging out, chat. I figured we'd hang out and chat a little bit because I knew people were going to be rolling in. The PST squad's just waking up. It's literally 7 in the morning for them. I figured we'd hang out for like just a little bit longer, chat a little bit so we can get some people to get some last minute see you laters. And but for those of you that are just rolling in, we're done for the day. We're trickling out of here. What's up, Chicken Bucket? Good to see you, dude. Waking up and going back to sleep. True. Literally waking up in Washington State. Yeah, exactly, Dragon. Yeah. And like, I was gonna try to go for 6 hours today, but I just can't. I have stuff I need to do. That was the big thing, is that my plan was to go for 6, but I didn't get to finish everything I needed to before leaving town. So I'm like, I need to spend the next 2 hours just making sure everything is good before I leave, so I have a safe trip. Like, I'll be honest, I haven't packed yet. I'm like, I got some clothes in the dryer I need to go grab real quick to pack up. I just left them in the dryer last night. I'm like, whatever, dude. So I was just too tired yesterday. I feel you, for real. Yeah. So I'm like, all right, I'm not going to go for 6 hours. I'll go for 4.5, 5. And then we're going to spend that last hour actually packing because I need to finish it up. To be honest, I don't really pack heavy. I just need to throw a bunch of clothes in a bag. And then toiletries are the big one, right? My Switch, like, what else? I don't need anything else. I'm a simple man. I have my carry-on book bag. That'll have some clothes. That'll have my Switch. And then I have the bag I put under the bus. Just more clothes and toiletries. We're done. Easy peasy. The only problem with waiting till last minute is you chance forgetting something. That's the only problem with waiting till last minute. Which I try not to do this stuff because I will forget something because that's just the guy I am, but I hope this is okay to ask, but if any adults that are going to the Symphony of Seasons on the 1st want to meet up for a coffee before the show, let me know. I know there are a few folks who live in the area. Symphony of the Seasons on the 1st. Huh? I mean, you're obviously not saying the exact area, but there's only going to be one concert on the 1st for Symphony of the Seasons, right? Cool. Don't forget the underwear. Don't forget your undies. Packing is such an ordeal. Yeah, packing would just take me a second. Plenty of Tears of the Kingdom VODs to go through. Nice. Good luck, dude. You're right around where I am. I'm at like 85%. Like, I'm like at 82%. I'm like right there with you. I wish I could pack simple. Ends up being too many shoes and a couple of handbags. Truth is, I just don't have a lot of clothes, so it doesn't even matter. I just don't have a lot of stuff, man. I'm just not a big stuff guy. So it's like for my stream, Like people, I'm like Doug Funny, dude. You want to know what my stream wardrobe looks like? It's like 20 black shirts. 5 black shirts that have stuff on them. And then like 3 random colored random shirts that are like Zelda or something. And like that is my whole wardrobe. I own a single pair of jeans, 2 pairs of basketball shorts. Still have yet to buy the freaking basketball shorts off of Amazon. I don't know what I'm doing. I own 1 pair of shorts that are not basketball shorts, like cargo shorts. And that is literally it. I own like... So basically I have 4 different types of bottoms I can wear. Like in public, we're saying. Technically, my public attire is like 4 options. Like I don't really have anything. What about hats? I probably own like 15, 20 hats. I only take 1 hat with me out in public though. My current public hat is this one right here. This is the only hat that I go out in. I choose 1 hat to ruin because I'm a sweaty bastard. And I just ruin hats. So I don't actually wear any. I only wear 1 hat out in public ever. So this is the hat that I'll be wearing out in public. Do 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 do. It has a yellow Twitch symbol. So like, but it doesn't say Twitch. So it takes a keen eye to catch the reference. And I like that because then those people are the people that I can have a real conversation about Twitch with. Whereas like if I said the word Twitch, it would catch a lot of strays and like a lot of casuals. And then I'd have to have a conversation with someone who barely knows what Twitch is. At least if it's just the symbol, then it's like, if I end up having a conversation about Twitch, it's actually worth my time. Listen to me, I sound like a chotch. My public hat, yeah. You just got rewind access? Nice. You have proven you are worth my time. Yeah. No, I just don't like talking about my job in public. Part of me wants to talk about it all the time, and then there's a part of me that doesn't like to talk about it at all. And I don't indulge the side that wants to talk about it all the time because it's not safe for me. And like, it kind of sucks to say that, but it's not safe. So like when I go out of town and stuff, it's like a lot more fun because like when I'm not near my home or anything, I'm like down to yap about it. Like, yep, this is what I do. Because like, I don't know, but you just have to be careful, man. You just have to be so careful nowadays with the internet. It's like, if I take a cab ride to my house and we strike up a conversation about Twitch, the last thing I want to do is to tell somebody what I do for a living who just got my address. You know what I mean by that? Like, unfortunately, that's the way you have to think nowadays. So it's like, I'm very careful about how I talk about my channel. So it's like, it sucks because part of me would love to go around like, this is what I do for a living. But then part of me is like, yeah, but that's super unsafe for me to do that unless I'm like out of town. So I usually just don't like to talk about my job at all. Have you ever been recognized by a viewer? Once. One time ever. Somebody saw me in public and I was at the Squishable store at the King of Prussia Mall, but they were too nervous to come up to me. They said they were too shy and nervous to come get a hug. So I never even met them, unfortunately. However, if you think about how massive the universe is, all right, you got that in your head? How massive the universe is, how many billions of people are on this planet. The fact that I got spotted in public even once ever in 6 years is pretty fucking insane. Like, that's crazy that somebody actually saw me in public. Like, think about that. Like, and I'm not trying to like talk myself up, but like I at first I didn't even think it was a big deal. But since I've really started thinking about how, like, here we are on planet Earth, and someone from my little show of 300 average viewers a stream saw me in public, and like, that's actually insane, because that just shouldn't have happened, because I'm not that big of a creator. I'm not, dude. Like, I'm not. On the grand scheme of things, I'm a pretty small creator, but on a Twitch level, I'm like pretty decent, you know, whatever. Like, that's the point, is that, think about that. Like, that's crazy. That's just crazy. Yeah, like, once that started really setting in my mind, and I was like, wow, dude, like, that's pretty cool, man. That might not ever happen again. Like, there's a really good chance that I am never ever going to, that's never going to happen again. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's a good chance that I would never run into anybody. Planet Kitties, that's fine. I would respect that. I encourage people to come say hello if you ever see me. You don't got to tell me who you are. I don't care. Come say what's up. Yeah, come say what's up, dude. That's cool. That's chill. I like that. Rachy. Don't sell yourself short. Well, you know, we're talking about the grand scheme of things, you know? That's all. We're talking about the grand scheme of things. But believe me, I know my value. I know my value. I know my worth as far as what I've created on Twitch. But when you think about the grand scheme of things, like, we're talking like pale blue dot theory, but not that drastic. It's like, in all reality, like, it's not like I'm at the point to where you should know who I am if you're on Twitch. I'm not at the point to where you should know who I am if you're an Animal Crossing fan. I'm not at the point to where you should know who I am as a content creator. Like, not really. I'm kind of just a guy out here who found some success, right? So yeah, in the grand scheme of things, you know, I'm just a realistic chick. I'm a realist. I'm a realist. So I just look at things from a realist perspective. I went to a TwitchCon and I didn't even see a bunch of other streamers that were there. It was a small con too, so it's wild to have someone recognize you outside of Twitch related gigs. Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, you could go to TwitchCon and not run into streamers. Like, yeah, it's pretty nuts. Yeah. No, but I will say, and I guess one of the things I wasn't expressing is that I took that as a sign of making it. So to go into Kai Bell's comment, like, I don't know if I expressed that clearly, but having somebody see me in the wild made me realize just how big of a creator I am. Even though it felt like that should have been impossible because I'm not that big of a creator. But that little interaction made me go, wait a second, dude. Like, actually, like, I've kind of made it. Like that's just like another one of those, dude, I kind of made it moments. I've had those multiple times as a creator. Like, dude, I kind of made it. Like, wow, like, that's crazy. Like, I'm kind of there, dude. That's nuts, right? So, like, yeah, like, there's two sides to look at it. On one side, it's like, wow, I'm big enough to have people see me in the wild. And then the other side, it's like, but I'm not that big, so like, that shouldn't even have happened. Like, what? That's rare. That's a special encounter that might never happen again. So it's kind of different perspectives, right? Yeah, it's like, it's interesting. Other than the concert, do you have any big plans to do, or are you just gonna chill and vibe? I don't know. Nothing. I have nothing planned right now. Just some live music and Astrobot. I don't think anything else has been talked about. I can tell you that I know how this usually goes, and there's going to be adventures for sure. If I had to guess, and this isn't necessarily stuff that will happen or even I want to happen. I don't know. But I can tell you right now, it's gonna be checking out vintage shops or resale shops, or I can't think of the word, or like flea market style places or that kind of thing, because that's something that we love to do. It's gonna be maybe going out to eat some good food once or twice. It's gonna be walks in nature and Pokemon Go. It's gonna be maybe some mall ratting. We usually manage to fit some mall ratting in. It'll be some video games, some movies, some TV, relaxing, sleeping, again, live music, you know, whatever. But like, I don't have any plans. So. I love thrifting. Yo, thank you for 40 months for us, Korak. Good to see you, buddy. Hey, man.
Wow, 40 already. Always love popping in here for the vibes.
Thanks, dude. Thanks so much, man. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Hope you enjoyed the Stardew Valley concert, dude. So check it out tomorrow. Got prime real estate in the mezzanine. Dude, nice. Very nice. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. Sure it'll be fun. Looking forward to some live music. I don't know what to expect. I wanted to go to the Cleveland one, but the Cleveland one ended up getting canceled anyways. So I guess that all kind of worked out.
Continuing the gift sub they got from Anonymous.
Yo, thank you, Sarah. Hey, what's up, man? Good to see you. Pixie Rose, you'd be welcome. Nembo Tavi, good to see you. Appreciate you, Sierra. Thank you very much. Do they have gameplay during the yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. I've never actually seen anything about these concerts. If I had to guess, it was just like an orchestra with a screen up, right? That's how they do the Zelda ones and stuff. They'll have a screen up and then they'll have an orchestra pit, and the orchestra will be playing music on the stage, and then they'll have a screen up in the background to kind of capture the moment, right? If I had to assume, that's what's gonna be like. Yeah, I'm not too sure actually. I went to Harry Potter. That was fun. Live music, yeah. Any kind of live music of your favorite fandoms is sick. You know what? Now that I think about it, I think I'll be home Friday no matter what. Because I just realized that no matter what, my trip home is going to take place on Thursday. I'm pretty sure. It just depends on what time on Thursday. I didn't even think about that. So yeah, I didn't even think about that. No matter what, I'm going to be coming home Friday. I didn't even think about that. In fact, it's either going to be Friday at 5 in the morning, or it's going to be like Friday at like midnight. Like, I think no matter what, I'll be home Friday. Now that I actually think about it, it took me a second to realize that. I'm like, actually, I'm overthinking this. I actually think no matter what, I will be home Friday. It's Saturday's not even on the table. I'm pretty sure that's how that's gonna go. Yeah, either the crack of dawn or the middle of the night. Yeah. It just hit me because I'm like, wait a second. No matter what, my trip was gonna be Thursday home, but I was under the impression it might be late Thursday into Friday, but it actually could even be early Thursday. Like I said, I haven't actually looked at trips home. I'm gonna end up out there and there's gonna be no trips home. I'm gonna end up out there and they're gonna be like, actually, you just can't go home, dude. You're stuck. Scary, dude. You live there now. Yeah. Ship all my stuff, dude. Sorry, landlord. I'm opting out of my lease. All right, we'll go ahead and we'll get out of here. Thank you, everyone, for coming and hanging out. I'm gonna go try to take care of some stuff here before my trip. So we'll do one more dance of the finale music here. No raid, of course. We'll just be fading out. No raid. I'll still be hanging out in the Discord, so feel free to chat with me. I'll catch up on channels and stuff that I missed. I don't think I'll be doing a complete unplug. I'll probably still be hanging out on social media. I think so. We'll see. Sometimes, once I actually take time off, I just super lean into it and I just like turn my phone off. So that happens sometimes. I'm a very go with the flow kind of guy, you know? Like there's a chance that besides for Pokemon TCG Pocket, I just might not even have my phone on me at all. TCG Pocket and Pokemon Go box. Dude, I'm excited for the new set next week. It's gonna be dope. All right, y'all, we're out of here. Thanks for all the love in the chat here. Appreciate y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed the Grand Bazaar. Figured we end on Grand Bazaar today. I wasn't sure what I wanted to wrap up my show on today. Thought about doing Animal Crossing, but I wasn't in the mood to decorate, so figured honestly, wrapping up with Grand Bazaar feels pretty good. We'll come back next week. We'll probably start with something like Animal Crossing just to kind of hit familiarity. So expect that most likely. And then we'll go from there. We'll start locking in October. I got a lot of plans for October. Got a lot of stuff that I'm trying to accomplish in October. So hit that follow button if you haven't already so you can keep up with the show. Subscribe and like on YouTube. It should be a pretty dope month. I'm not trying to oversell and underdeliver, so I'm just going to stop yapping. But I got some fun stuff I want to do in October, man. And cheers to hopefully making it all happen. Cheers. I appreciate y'all. On that note, this is Highly in Descent signing off from another wonderful Hyrule Gaming Group production. If I don't see y'all here for the next couple days, I guess if I don't see y'all next Friday, I'm thinking Friday's my guaranteed return day. I don't see y'all then. I'll see you when I see you, fam. Don't forget to game on. And of course, as always, peace. Wrap it up and on to the next episode. Peace. All right. We are out of here. Oof. pretty dope past couple streams. Past 3 days hit for sure. So that's all that matters to me, is that we had a couple solid days before the wrap up. That makes it all worth it for me. That makes it easy to go and actually relax. Pretty good couple last streams here, so feeling pretty good overall. Thank you, everyone. Love y'all and appreciate y'all. Honored to be a part of your daily routines, and I'm certainly honored to have you as a part of mine. The feeling's mutual. Truth is I'm gonna feel pretty lost after a couple days, but you know, it is what it is, fam. Thanks for all your continued support and patronage. And until next time, this is Highly in Descent signing off. Peace. And hit them cat jams, baby. Peace.